and I will need to fix those avatars. They'll happen in just a second. But you guys are adventuring in the Faerun realms of Toivoa. Specifically, you are on a road trip towards the Mythgate as you are trying to find what has happened to the individual known as Silas. He's an archfey in charge of time. And he apparently has been captured by the time dragon Zarud. And for some reason, the sound is not cooperating at the moment. Yay. But you guys are currently on magic carpets flying towards the Mythgate. You guys have 2 days before you arrive. What would you guys like to do as you are cruising right along?
I bet I could do a backflip while we're midair and land still on the carpet.
Am I supposed to slow down to catch you, or are you gonna like leap forward and do your backflip?
Well, yeah, no, that's the thing. I jump forward, that way I land where the carpet is. How high up are we again?
Right.
Well, but if you were on a carpet, if you were on a flying carpet, you would jump straight up, and your inertia would carry you the same amount of distance that the carpet is traveling. So if you jump forward, you would still jump off the carpet.
What's
It's
the wind?
conservation of momentum.
How about you conserve your suspense? Because I'm about to do it.
Okay.
Coin says standing up.
Wait a minute.
Really though, how
Is this the
how high
last
up are we?
carpet though, or like could we catch him on one of the other two carpets?
Coin, you should roll a
Line
D3,
behind
please.
just in case.
Which carpet are you on in the order right now? D3, please. You're the first carpet in the order.
All right.
God.
You
All
got
right.
2 chances, and I'm not saying Crystal's gonna not try to catch you, but she might not prioritize it as much.
Oh, I thought you meant like I have multiple chances to try the flip, which I technically do. Anyways,
Wow! So,
Whoa.
as Coin plummets off the magic carpet,
you can't even register him yelling. It's just like just a puff of wind
He's
takes
gone.
him away.
oh,
Tati and Ruzit exchange a look, and we're like, "So, do you think he's coming back up?"
I should probably do something about this.
okay, that is 12 seconds.
Coin is currently slow falling.
Oh, okay. Well,
Whatever
then
that's
that's easy to catch him.
You have,
Using
you have
Featherfall.
on you.
As a
Crystal can
question,
cast
you have
Featherfall on you.
or do you have Featherfall, or are you just using the Monk Slow Fall?
Monk slow fall.
Okay, all the Monk Slow Fall does is it reduces the damage you take at the bottom.
That's correct. That's what I'm currently doing.
Okay, so
Flattering,
you're
but-
bracing to fall correctly. Excellent.
Flattering
rest
by
of the
less
party
than 70.
Is sitting there on their carpets looking at you going down.
Do you think we
It's
can catch
actually
him?
really hard to see.
No,
Let's see.
Crystal had cast Featherfall on him. She can cast
Okay.
Featherfall.
You're casting Featherfall. All right, Coin, you are slowly descending towards the treetops.
Just imagine Kermit the Frog windmilling downwards.
I should probably do something.
Crystal's like, I'm not gonna go get him. I just slowed him down for you.
Rudin sighs and just jumps off the carpet and casts Fly on himself.
Ooh. Now that's a
Okay.
good trick.
And he does his flying. Ruz is gonna fly towards Coin to go catch him.
Okay.
Can I ask
How
how
fast
much
do you
style
fly?
you do it?
60 feet, and if I dash, it'd be 120, which is faster than Featherfall. 'Cause I think Featherfall is 60 feet around.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
The
So,
capability
yeah.
behind you.
As you pull a full-on super kobold, you fly down towards Mr. Coin, who is windmilling his arms around, as he described.
Yeah.
I feel like Crystal handed Ruzid Coin's bucket so he could catch Coin at the bottom.
Landed, rolled off the carpet.
Oh no.
As a
Huh?
question, and this is purely as a question, would you be holding the bucket in your hands or would you have put it on your head like Super Grover?
Rizid will probably just be holding the bucket in his hands because
Okay.
he wants to catch him in his bucket.
It's on the end of a rope. It's like that game where you have like the ping pong ball and there's a cup and you have to try and catch the ping pong ball in the cup.
Oh my god.
Catch going.
All right. So,
Still falling,
you
by the
fly
way.
down. Are you going to accept the rescue, Mr. Coin?
Do I have a choice? Like, I kind of assume he just sweeps me up from behind. My eyes are probably
it?
like glued shut.
Rizid, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to get him. I'm gonna get him in the bucket. I'm gonna like swing the.
Cool. I'm going, because you're not using your hands, you're using your bucket instead. I'm going to say that this is not a grapple. This is going to be a sleight of hand to swing the bucket correctly underneath him.
I have advantage from a class
Carnival
feature.
game.
15.
Okay. So with a 15 coin, I'm going to ask for your acrobatics because you're windmilling with disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Big
I
windmill.
only have +8.
All right. So you will fall into the bucket.
You hear the pattering of his hands hitting the side of the bucket, like.
What the fuck are you doing, Kine?
I was spending my last moments imagining how cool that probably looked.
What, you seriously thought you were gonna die there? Don't check with me.
It would have been pretty memorable, but I was hoping no. Is this my bucket?
Yeah.
Nice.
I
I never thought of using it that way.
Start flying back up to the carpet. What do you? I mean, is this a new use for the bucket? I mean, you're sitting in it. That's the way you use the bucket, right?
Well, no, I mean like sweeping people into it. I usually just jump in. I don't. Usually the bucket doesn't come to me. You know, I've never thought of a bucket
thankfully,
that comes to you.
No one in the crew has become your personalized bucket assistant. At least not yet.
I don't know. You were pretty good at sweeping me into the bucket. So you're top of the call list.
If you think about hiring me, I'm 10,000 gold an hour.
How high up are we? The answer.
About 300 feet.
Okay, don't drop the bucket.
Okay, boss. And Riz is gonna fly back up to the carpet that Coin was on.
Please keep holding on to the bucket.
Yeah.
Even when we get there.
So you return the bucket to the carpet that Coin was on. Which carpet do you return to?
Crystals.
All right. Cool.
Crystal. Wait, no, I was on the one with. Oh, hey, Crystal.
You two have fun. And
Chris-
Riz is gonna put the bucket down and then immediately fly back to Toddy.
Crystal's sunbathing.
That jives.
Hmm.
That is a great look.
That was a
Claire?
really cool leap and fly music. Like you could put that into a whole show.
Thanks.
Did you make your cape flutter like that on purpose?
The cape? I mean, the cape's fluttering because I'm flying. But I mean, I guess I could have made it extra fluttery.
I know, like
I didn't really think about that actively.
right when you stepped up, you took like one step up, and in that first step into air, the whole cape just kind of billowed out and like.
Maybe
framed you
subconsciously
perfectly.
I was thinking about it, so it just happened.
And then you picked up the bucket without even talking to Crystal first. She just like kicked it off and without even.
I gently rolled it off, to be fair.
That was an
coordination.
amazing move.
Well, thanks. You know, I mean, all these aerial maneuvers kind of just come to me naturally.
So if I tried again, you think
Maybe-
you could? Never mind. Never mind.
If you try it again, I'm letting you fall. Okay.
That's fine.
putting it out
It's
there
too windy,
now.
anyways. If it was a less windy day, I would have been able to do it.
For
Uh-huh.
sure.
That gives me an idea.
Oh no.
Love to hear it.
Not saving you either, Saphira. Just letting you know now.
Saphira, you don't have a
it's
bucket.
okay.
We can't catch you.
I'll be fine. I'll land this. Wait, so Tati, or Bryn, can when you bring your carpet, bring it parallel to this one, match its speed.
Okay. Do I need to take a snapshot with the chrononacrum key?
Which takes 10 minutes.
Oh, it does? I said it was an action.
Is it an action to do? Okay.
We can make it 10 minutes if you think that's too.
No,
too
let me
strong,
go and
but,
pull it back up.
All right. Okay. Bryn pulls his magic carpet alongside the one Saphira's riding on.
All right.
Right. I'm going to pull out my cutlass.
Yeah, that's an action.
Activate my blade song, and I am going to try and do a backflip from one magic carpet to the other while making a flourish with the blade.
All right. Is anyone cooperating with this jump?
I mean, Bryn is trying to hold the carpet steady so that he can. Maybe with Bryn's reaction time, maybe he can shift it by like 6 inches if Saphira is going to be off target. I don't know if that constitutes a help action or just like makes the DC lower by 1 or 2 points.
Let's go ahead and make the DC lower by 2 points. And are you jumping from your carpet over to Bryn's carpet, or are you jumping from your carpet over to Crystal's carpet?
We
I
will
was
all go
intending-
down if you do that.
Yeah, Bryn's carpet because I think yeah.
Yeah,
that was
the
intent.
yep. Correct.
Yep.
We don't want the carpet to fall.
Okay. So these two carpets are right next to each other. And you're going to
But
try to
it's
jump from one to the other.
Because it's
Excellent.
300 feet in the air.
Yes.
Even just walking in a straight line is very impressive. 300 feet in the air.
Yeah. So this is
I'm good.
equivalent to doing a backflip from one airplane to another. So I'm going to make the DC a 20.
Oh, that's a piece of cake.
+2 because you get 2 to the save, so it's an 18. Go ahead.
I got it. Actually, scoot it back a few inches.
Okay, Bryn.
All right.
Scoot back a
Make
few
it-
inches.
Bryn
Oh.
shrugs and scoots it back a few inches.
All right, you no longer have advantage. The save is a 20.
I have advantage because of blade song as long as it's acrobatics.
Cool. So, DC 20. Do you want to go higher?
Yes.
All right, Bryn. How
All right.
far do you want to take it back? Because all you see is her waving the carpet away.
All right. Bryn's gonna keep going backwards until Saphira tells him to stop.
All right. How high of a
Um,
check are you willing to go for, Saphira?
25.
25? Okay.
Quite the negotiation.
45.
I heard 45.
Let's go.
Is this like Price is Right rules, or can we?
25, 25, 5 squared.
Wait, what is Saphira winning here?
25.
All right.
For that
Saphira, do you want me to go ahead and set an unreasonable DC with a reward?
All expenses paid trip to the Blue Palace.
25 is what we've got. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to stick with.
You're about to get a shortcut to the depths.
Yeah.
Yeah,
6
so
feet
with the
under.
25, you weren't gambling at all, but
No.
you will do the backflip from one rug to the other. And you land successfully, making it
Well
look
done.
good.
Wait a second.
Crystal
Yeah, you're
didn't see it,
right.
but she's
This dude couldn't get
clapping.
below a 10. Yeah, with a 100% chance of success.
Exactly.
The key is to make it look so cool that they don't realize it.
Please roll a performance check, though. Because while you were able to pull it off, it looked good, too.
Oh, damn. Here's the goat.
Anyone else want to show up coin while we're up here?
Crystal
just flies.
like lifts her head up and lays back down.
Bruiser just flies to the other rug and says, "Look, I did better than Coin."
Wow.
I like his story.
How long are we on these rugs for?
Next 2 days.
Oh,
Bruiser
God.
high five Saphira. We really
This is like
shout
a
him.
road trip with like a group project.
I high five Bruiser back, and then hold my hand out for a low five. And then before he slap it, I pull it back and say, "Too slow."
Bastard!
Oh!
All right. So as you guys fly along, you're going to see a swarm of small specks flittering and fluttering among the trees down below you. As you see that, the next thing you see is a large two-headed ogretin. He's about 15 feet tall. Jump from one tree into this cloud, his arms wide, and he grabs a couple of these specks and crams it into his mouth as he crashes back down into the forest.
Huh.
Yes, he's an ogre-etin hybrid.
Etten?
Yep,
Eh,
etins.
gotcha.
Yes. An etin is a form of giant.
Ah.
And it's something you'll be regretting going up against.
I'm betting.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
These jokes are upset.
We were.
So, I was going to make a food joke. I'm not going to. As you guys come to the evening, the sky begins to get dark. Is there anything you guys want to do before it gets to sunset?
Scout out a campsite?
Okay. Please roll a survival check.
Need anyone helping with this project?
Yeah.
Do you see anywhere good to camp?
You see
Points.
you
Some
find,
trees.
yeah, you find a nice place to camp.
I'll help
Coin?
Tati since evidently I can't find it on my own.
Oh, Crystal, yeah. Crystal, you
Yeah.
found it just fine with the
Oh.
14. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Coin, you will spot the same spot that Crystal sees. It's a nice little clearing.
Plus 10.
Doesn't look like anything's going to bother you tonight. You guys go ahead and land.
Do a quick scout.
Yeah, maybe scope the
make sure it's
area
safe.
around it.
You're in the Fey realms. Nothing's
I want to
safe.
make sure the ground doesn't rise up and eat us with mushrooms.
Understood.
Yeah, that's a good
As,
point.
as you scan the ground, let's roll a perception check. The 24, you'll see some old tracks of some predatory fight that happened here. There's some bones right next to the edges of the clearing, but they're old. Nothing looks like it's going to be affecting you guys tonight here.
Like abandoned grounds.
Better than that swamp clearing we saw earlier, so all in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for a
You guys
rest.
set up tents, or what are you guys doing for preparations tonight?
Bryn actually has a handy new bard spell that I can cast as a ritual for the occasion.
Nice.
Which
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to for several levels. But we now have access to Tiny Hut.
Love that.
Right.
How does Bryn cast spells? I forget. Do you have an instrument, or do you tell stories? What are you doing?
Generally just the magic wand. I
Yeah.
know for bards, I'm actually not. I think I've just been using my wand as my bard spellcasting focus.
I mean, a fantastic flourish is also very entertaining.
Yeah, we've never really talked about it. Brent's never roleplayed any the actual casting of the spell.
Would you like to?
On the spot right now.
Does he pull a Harry Potter wand, or does he simply cast the spell?
I've always thought of him as holding a Harry Potter wand.
Okay.
Or when I'm not using one of the bigger staffs, like a Gandalf staff, because I have the staff of healing, and then because Bryn's got like 3 different wands that he uses and 2 different staffs, so he pulls out whichever one is most appropriate for the occasion.
Got an important question. What
Okay.
color is the tiny
It's gonna
hut?
be. I want to
That is
submit
important.
that the most appropriate wand for creating something is a small purple. It's a purple crayon.
I was thinking like a screwdriver, but that works
Ooh,
too.
I like a like a sonic screwdriver.
No, don't go there.
A purple crayon works especially well for a bard because
That
they're a
does make
herald.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Get out! Just go! You've made your point. You can leave.
So, Bryn, what color is the tiny hut?
Just for Jordan, it's gonna be bright purple tonight.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll
So-
ward off danger, something really bright and noticeable.
Yeah, so you all can pass in and
And
out,
it's the
assuming
Fey
you
realm again.
stand next to me. But any creature or object that was outside the dome when I cast the spell is barred from passing through it.
Not
Excellent.
like an invisible
Does
Fey
it count
or
under the
anything.
ground, right?
That's a good question. It's a
Dome.
10-foot radius immobile dome, which implies it's not a sphere. So I guess you could go you could burrow underneath it.
That's an interesting one.
Just want to know where I'm looking.
Well, the range says sphere 10 feet. It's described as a dome, but that might just be out of practicality. But the actual component might go underground.
I don't know. It could go either way, I suppose.
Tiny hut is not vulnerable to burrowing.
Ah. So it is a sphere.
It comes with it comes with a tarp.
It is a hamster ball. If we walk too much, it just tips over.
With all the dirt in it, just rolling around with you.
Just rolling through the Feywilds.
Liam's tiny hut does have a floor.
Strategy.
No, there is no
You're
floor
not-
according to Jimmy Crawford. Okay,
Wow.
here's the link. I will put that in chat. So it is vulnerable to burrowing. The person was wrong.
Oh,
Oh,
no rolling for us.
Yeah. So there you go. That's an interesting distinction. All right.
We can command it to be lit on the inside.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool. And the temperature inside is comfortable.
Probably just set up shop in here then.
Yeah, you're free to go
You'll
in and
move your
out
desk in?
as you wish. A 10-foot radius isn't very big. There might not be room for a desk.
If someone will help me
I'm
chop
trying to put it
wood,
on the carpet.
There's room for Crystal on one half. And
Eric, I'd
everyone
like to
else.
search for a desk-shaped log in the area.
A desk-shaped log. I'm sure that you
Yeah.
can find one, yes.
Perfect.
As you
Rough
move
it
it,
up all you want.
a whole bunch of bugs scurry out from underneath it.
Oh, I stopped pulling the log. Oh, what are you talking about? I keep pulling the log.
Okay. Cool. You pull the log over to the tiny hut.
And in a little corner, you see Coin set up this, I guess, sort of somewhat rectangular, flat-topped log at the edge of this tiny hut. And he just starts doing cartography at the end of it on this big log. Pulls out parchment, lays it out, starts drawing. Occasionally, he'll burrow his fingers into like some of the bark and pull out just a nasty ass bug and eat it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He seems unaffected by it, like unbothered.
That's definitely not coming into the hut.
But it already is, so
That's a good question. Can you carry stuff into? I presume you can carry stuff into the hut. Is a bug?
Yes.
If
Ooh,
Coin
good
catches a
question.
bug, can Coin
Yes.
bring the
Looks like-
bug?
You
hundreds of bugs.
cannot bring the bug in.
Oh my god. Okay, how
All the
about
bugs
this?
just get barred.
No, hear me
Yeah.
out. I'm gonna have half of the log in the sphere and half outside of it, so I can just stretch my arm outside of the sphere to the bug side.
Okay.
I'm imagining Coin in the hut and like trying to catch bugs outside the hut with his tongue, but when he pulls them back in, the bug gets stuck on the wall of the hut.
Oh,
I had putting my head outside. That's really funny. They just plop to the
just
ground.
your lips.
Do I get rid of all my fleas finally? I just walk into the hut and all the fleas fall off.
Oh yeah, that works. Well,
Well,
no,
you were
you'd-
inside of it.
Yeah, you'd have to be inside the hut, and the fleas would have to be outside the hut.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
so-
possible.
They're whitelisted technically because they were in here when we set it up.
Ah, shucks.
Yeah. Nice try. All right. So, you guys go ahead and bed down for the night, or are there any other preparations you want to do before going to sleep tonight?
I actually did have something. So,
Sure.
Coin, you've had the walking stick of Zarud for a couple sessions now.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on it? Do you want to hang on to it, or do you want to pass it off to somebody else?
You know, it's great for walking. I don't know if I can best utilize it. Like,
Okay.
I haven't really used the portent die, and I'm not the most educated on Hinder Fate. I'll keep carrying it, but if someone else knows they'll get use out of it, probably better that way.
Could I try it? For if you want it, you can totally hang on to it. But if you would be considering passing it off, I can take it and try and use it. I think the concern last time is that I used my reaction too much, so I might not get full use out of it. But I can give it a try, and we'll see what
Yeah, I'll loan it out.
see what happens. All right. So Eric, I'll swap out my attunement slots, and when midnight comes around, I will prepare Zarud's walking stick for the next day.
Okay. What?
Wait, before I give you it, I want to do. I want to. This is coin trick I've been trying to practice with it. So one more, just let me see it off.
Coin's just extending the stick out and bouncing like a quarter at the end of it, like a paddle ball, I suppose.
Sure.
Like the trick's not that technically impressive, but kind of
Yeah.
there's
So
something
there's a
there.
point on the end of a stick.
Yeah.
Got it.
Listen, I haven't workshopped it long. All right. Here, you can have it.
And you're free to. You can keep working on it. Well, if when it's night and we're just sort of sitting around,
I may
excuse me,
do
you
that.
can hang on to it if you want to keep practicing.
I'm sure I can come up with a couple other ones.
All right. Cool.
He'll hand you the stick and go back to his
All right.
drawing table for now.
Excellent.
I've got
All right.
something.
Yes.
I would like to. I assume we're not putting a campfire in the hut. I'm gonna
That
sit
would be
out.
bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit outside the hut, not too far away. And I'm gonna meditate a little bit, commune a little more deeply with my cousin Kalevi, and
Okay.
try to draw upon some of his memories of, being a sailor and a druid out in the oceans. And I want to get deep into his memories on like how to fight sea monster horror beasts, basically.
Sea monster horror beasts.
And
Ooh.
while I'm doing that, Tati always puts like a mask on when she's
Right.
communing with her dead relatives. But
Yep.
this time, in addition to the mask, her whole body is like taking on Kalevi's like physical characteristics. So
Okay.
she's bulking up a little bit. She's got a much more like square jawline. I think it pretty much. I mean, coloring's pretty much the same. He's still cousin. But I'm using my. I have a. Yeah, that's what I have a class feature that
Okay.
doesn't help me mechanically with remembering his memories, but I'm just drawing him a little bit more closely, and so that I can just give some tactics on like how are we supposed to fight a horrible sea monster.
Well, the voice will come to your head. Well, depends on what you're talking about, lassie. Well, first, if you're talking about the physical kind, the kind that you like to see, them you stick with sharp objects, or you slash them and you cut them and then you eat them later. Don't be afraid of them too much, but you gotta respect the teeth, the fins, and the weight. Those are the primary things to be afraid of. Now, you know that in the wild seas, there's all sorts of beasties. You know, there's sharks, and octopi, and krakens, and whales, and orcas, and sharks, and even elementals. When you talk about the ones that aren't necessarily physical, like the elementals, lass, those are the hard ones. Then you gotta use the magic. You gotta make sure that they don't encompass your head. If they do that, they can drown you on land. That's a horrible way to go. Having an elemental go in your nostrils and into your throat can prevent you from speaking. Can you imagine that? Having a spellcaster who relies on speech, unable to talk because of an elemental just invading their lungs. Wouldn't that be horrible? Aye, lass. I once saw my friend. His name was Jerome. Jerome Two Bottoms. Don't ask why. But Jerome Two Bottoms, he had his entire breath stolen from him by an air elemental. Just taken out of his nose. Just escaped. Couldn't talk, couldn't breathe. The air elemental just kept drawing things all over his face. It's horrible. Horrible way to go.
What
He
kind of
eventually
things did he
died
draw?
after minutes. What?
What kind of things did he draw?
Oh, horrible little tattoos. Names of elementals in Primordial. All sorts of nasty designs. All slashed into his skin. Nasty, nasty, nasty. He died writhing and screaming, and there's nothing we could do. We couldn't even see the elemental. Horrible, horrible little thing. I assume. Could have been a big one, just being very precise.
So don't let him get in your head. Use magic.
Don't let him get in your head. Don't let him get around your head. Your ears. Oh, lass. I saw one get into a man's ears. Water elemental went right in the right ear, swirled itself around in there, and then poured itself out. Man couldn't walk straight for a week.
I'm impressed he was walking.
Indeed.
All right.
No, you don't want the elementals messing with you. Them, the bad ones. Oh, and you know about the Fae. The Fae like to do all sorts of tricks. Don't trust the water, because sometimes the water's not actually there. Worst thing to happen to a ship is to be sailing right along, enjoying your sea, and a little pixie just flutters across the front of your ship wearing black clothes. All of a sudden, the ship falls into a pit that's just an illusion of the sea. Horrible, horrible tricksters they are. I heard about a ship that ran into a rock because the pixie thought it'd be fun to see a shipwreck for the first time.
Can they put like a pit in the middle of the ocean?
Of course! All they do is cast a mass, destroy water. The entire water just forms a massive cavity. It's horrible, horrible way to go.
Even the ships might sink.
Oh, yeah. Because what happens is once the ship hits the bottom of the cavity, they release a shape water, and all the water in the walls comes crashing down on top of the ship, crushing it and burying it at the bottom of Davy Jones' locker.
Is it better to just be in the water from the get-go?
I wouldn't be in the water, no, because then the ship could crash upon you. There's no safe place on the sea, Tati. You know that. I don't understand why you're sailing around with that Princess Saphira or that other princess. You never know. Seems like you found yourself among a whole bunch of royalty. Do you ever think about
That'd be a
that?
good story.
Yeah. You have two princesses, you have the offspring of a dragon, and a man who wants to be king of entrepreneurs. What do you think about that?
It's gonna be a
I'm
great story.
blushing.
Be careful,
right.
Tati.
Right now, Tati's doing like a Smeagol Golem thing, where like her voice keeps changing while she talks to herself.
Now, lass, remember, one of the best things to take on your trip on the sea is rum. It doesn't go bad. It stays well. You just got to keep drinking it.
Can it protect you?
Of course it can protect you. Any fine-mannered person wouldn't dream hang out with you. Therefore, you're protected from all that their political machinations.
Well, hopefully I don't get political with the sea monsters.
Indeed, right.
That's not a story I'm trying to write.
Now, are we going to this Mythgate place?
Yes.
Ah, there's a bar there. Yeah,
Bar.
well, you're going, I'm going, right?
I'll invite you.
Do I have any chance to refuse?
Of course.
I think you're lying to me, Tati.
Kalevi, I just want to keep your stories with me wherever we go. So far they've kept me alive this long.
Darn right, darn right. If you go to the Scorpion Sting, ask for Gerona. She'll help you out.
Scorpion Sting.
It's a bit of a dive bar, but it's a good place to get a drink and all the information you'd ever want.
Hey, Kalevi, is Jeroma related to Jerome Two Bottoms?
You know, I never thought about that. But, you know, with as good as her fine ass is, maybe.
Has a fine ass.
Welcome, Isaac. You came in at just the right moment.
This information will be important for later. Write it down.
I thought we already passed section 69.
Did we?
That was
Make it a
5
second
sessions
round.
ago.
Any other questions you want to ask of your old cousin?
I'm going to. Well, I can only keep him this close to me for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll use the rest of my watch, my crazy long watch in the middle of the night, to confer with the Stone of Chronicles for other like, specifically like heroes versus sea monsters is what I'm looking for.
There are many stories of heroes versus sea monsters. All of the stories in the Stone of Chronicles are successful. They tell of legends and memories of beasts that were impossibly big, orcas that were 50 feet long, sperm whales that were as far as the horizon is long, with teeth as tall as a man.
Can I ask, were these battles that were successful, are they mostly like long drawn out like battles of attrition, or are these like we went in with a specific tactic that worked really well, or we had like a whole fucking army of boats? Pretty sure
Most of
else.
the ones that are targeting a specific monster, like they were going out to specifically target a monster, are flotillas, entire groups of boats. As far as the ones that were spur of the moment of, hey, look, our ship got attacked, those are usually fairly quick and fairly brutal. There are a number of them that are very long and drawn out events where the memory will last for a couple of hours, just like if you've ever read the book, The Old Man and the Sea.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we don't take that route. Yeah, go.
Yeah, you don't want the flesh of your hands removed by the ropes that you're dealing with.
I also just don't want to be here for years.
Yeah. Out of character, my mom grew up just down the street from the dock inn that is referenced to The Old Man in the Sea. Like 3 blocks away. So, you enjoy your watch? Anything you guys want to do this evening while sleeping? Otherwise, we're just going to give you guys a nice long rest. No? All right. So you guys gain a long rest, waking up at dawn. I don't need to go through the whole watches tonight. But as you guys wake up...
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Dang.
Bruh.
Important roll.
If anybody wants to do shenanigans, today's the day to do it.
All right.
Time to cast Inflict Wounds with your highest level spell slot. We're dealing 100 damage.
Let's go fight Zarud right now.
Me and Isaac think exactly alike. We are in sync.
You
Nice.
sure you don't want to just go make a meal? We could have a nice.
Tati, no. Oh my god.
We still have some peeps. We could like melt them down.
No.
Make some kind of fondue.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Do it out of peeps. Fondue is cheese.
Well,
You do not get
like,
cheesy peeps.
Not anything.
Chocolate. It can be chocolate.
You can do chocolate or caramel, because caramel is just sugar with milk, which is what peeps would be.
Fondue is just the word for melted, so really, melted anything can be fondue.
Don't say that.
Don't
Points.
open that door.
I had nothing, so that's yeah, what Jordan said.
Saphira's business idea: fondue peeps in the Feywilds.
Don't act like you wouldn't try one.
Really speaking, that was not my idea. However, there can be money to be made off of it. I will be taking a 10% fee.
8%.
Are you going to attempt to make a fondue peep?
They are not.
I think that's one for when we're back on the mainland. When we're out of the Feywilds.
All right.
Damn, am I tempted.
As
Do
you
we have
guys,
any peep supplement? Like, what's an alternative for peep? Do we just have like a bag of marshmallows?
You can't supplement
Well, they're
peep.
not
Come
for
on,
you.
Coin.
We have
mean-
actual rations for us.
Yeah, but you have
There is
to
simply
product
nothing that
test.
compares. Don't even try.
These rations are not a 20 die roll of a feast. Just saying.
Let's get to someplace with a market to that.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to rate these rations on a 1 to 20 scale, I'd maybe give them like a 7.
as you guys have the tiny hut and its duration, you guys see just sitting 10 feet outside the dome, playing a little flute, a small person. And by small, I mean she's 4 feet tall, 4 inches tall. And she's just sitting in the grass, cross-legged, wearing a little leaf outfit with a little leaf hat, bright red hair, green eyes, smiling oh so sweetly at you.
Is the flute also small, or is it a normal size?
No, it is
flute?
tiny. It is
okay.
the size of your pinky finger.
Just wondering.
Yeah. She looks up at you. Good morning. How are you?
What are you?
I'm Sunbeam Darkruff. Nice to meet your acquaintance.
I'm like looking around like this isn't real.
Of course I'm real.
I'll give a coin a look. Like, what are you looking at?
He points at this tiny creature.
Oh, dude, you need to take a piss before we head out.
That's a good question. Do I?
She stands up. You! And she's waving her little tiny flute at you, Tachi. You have a dirty mind!
I'm pretending I can't see this thing.
She will stride purposefully up to your shoe.
I was
And
kind of trying
tap
to get
the-
under.
She will tap your shoe. You need to pay attention to other people! Stop being so selfish!
I was trying to get under coin skin, but apparently I missed my target.
No, I'm mostly just confused,
Coin!
to be honest.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Can I please get your name, sir?
No, absolutely not. Do not give me
No.
anyone's name.
You didn't even try to hide
No
that one, man.
soliciting.
You're lucky that I'm a support caster and not a blaster caster. Since coming to this place, I have had half a mind to just learn Disintegrate, and if anybody tries to take my name, they just get disintegrated on the spot.
I mean, I'm about halfway to casting a firebolt at you right now.
The other half for.
Alright.
I'm just
Uh,
curious.
I mean, good morning. You wanna?
Good morning! Thank you for your courtesy.
Sure. We're about to head out, but nice to meet you. Wanna peep feather?
Just
Just
because I fly that I
kind of look at coin. I'm getting every third word. Are you? Do you know what she's
She's
saying?
just so short, I can't even make out what she's saying.
I'm just gonna drop. I think the peep is big enough for her to ride on, so I'm gonna drop just part of a peep, and then
Okay,
set it down next to her.
She looks at it. Oh my goodness, you're so generous. Thank you so much. Is this a gift?
Okay.
What's with all the labels? Just take the freaking peep.
What did she?
Sir, thank you. I owe you nothing. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. You can probably trade this for a couple of houses. Yay! Now, as far as rent for your stay in my grove,
I'm
How
sorry, are
do
you
you-
like homeless?
homeless, this grove is my home. You are in my grove. You invaded my home, and now I'm here asking for payment for the night.
Well, have a good day. Rochambeau.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ruzit hops on the same carpet that Toddy's on. Yeah,
Guys,
that's
we
my
could
game.
literally step 5 feet away and she would be too far to reach us. That's like a day's voyage. Let's just.
I'm headed out. Oh, you got your bucket going?
I got my
No,
bucket.
Rangers! 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 They're trying to escape my grove!
All right, I'm walking.
Angry
Is that
or,
bug
like, happy?
talking?
I think like she talks really fast. It's hard to tell. I
I
think
mean, she
she's
has a
saying
big
something.
ego for how small she is.
Oh, can you understand her?
Nah, not really. I just hear a lot of screaming.
You really want me to stop so you can understand me?
I like
Coin
your
continues
song.
walking.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I cannot.
But I like to
He was calling
being a
for. He was calling for Rangers at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yes, she does call for Rangers.
So maybe we should get on our carpets and fly away.
Yeah, let's run.
Yeah, let's get out
I'm
of the
already
carpet.
in the air. Let's go.
Crystal's on her
You guys-
carpet.
Rochambeau.
You guys
Or
just
to
run
interact.
on the carpet and leave? Excellent. You guys can fly much faster than she can. And so, for the better part of 30 seconds, you hear the faintest Karen ever chasing you guys.
Is that her name?
Spotters!
Karen. It's hard to tell. She speaks so fast.
You guys,
All right.
Landowners, am I right?
Is that what you were talking about?
Honestly.
I think so.
Do y'all sleep all right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Cool.
Did we have we asked yet? Maybe, and I apologize for if I just missed this, but have we slept off the resistance to necrotic damage? Like, did
I'm
that?
not.
Interesting.
Want to find out?
I just missed it.
You want to test it?
It's Dottie.
I am just gonna take your word for it.
Crystal holds out her hand. She's like, anyone want to test it? Just touch my hand.
Nah, we're saving that for the good portents today, remember? Next thing we come across, you're just gonna give it the bad touch and it's gonna instantly die.
True. Usually it dies anyway, but
Can
It's
I
gonna
hand a
super die
farm
then.
myself?
Yeah, you can.
I don't want to do it.
So wrong.
that does not. Yeah. Let's not open that door.
If you have to harm yourself too much, you'll go blind.
Noted.
Guys, I live for these magic carpet rides.
Showing you a whole new world. Okay. Remember, don't ask her, just sing.
Wow, three of us tripped over ourselves rushing to that joke, didn't we?
I'm ready for a carpet sing along.
All right. So as you guys go flying through the sky, it's going to be an entire another day of travel. Anything you guys want to do along the way?
Yeah, I would like
Nope.
to not jump.
If someone says flips, I'm going to lose my mind.
All right.
I will call to Ruzin over the sound of the rushing wind. Just a bunch of excited big monsters.
Big monsters.
No, so like I saw this thing in the Stone of Chronicles where they were fighting. Well, they didn't know what they were fighting at first because it was that big.
Oh.
And it was under the ocean. But they took a boat right directly above it and started. They shot their what are those called, the really big spears. They shot the really
Harpoon?
big spears. Yes, straight
Harpoon?
down. And they caught the creature and dragged it up, and they got like a tentacle at a time. And
Wow.
it was so mad that it came all the way up and tried to chomp the boat in half, but when its mouth opened to eat the boat, one of the heroes rushed right in and then just exploded magic inside of its head. And it died. Like right there. All over the boat. It rained down.
So we're gonna bait the thing up, and then Crystal's gonna give it the bad touch, and we'll win.
I mean, that was just one story that I saw. I saw another story. I'm just gonna do that for most of the ride.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That story took some turns I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Britta's gonna actually pay attention to this because it might be
No,
might be
100%.
useful.
Yeah. Crystal has like her arm over her eyes. She's laying down like she's not paying attention, but she is listening to the stories.
Levy said if you have to fight in the water, it's better to go with sharp objects like spears and like daggers. But you know, obviously like the really blunt weapons are not going to work very well. But he said magic almost always works in the water, except if it gets in your eyes or in your ears or in your mouth. So if you can stop that from happening. There we go.
How big are we talking with these things? Like big enough to eat coin, or big enough to eat me when I'm big and scary?
Bigger, even bigger. Like some of them are big enough to eat a mountain.
I think that's above our pay grade.
Well, no, I didn't think. I mean, hopefully we don't have to fight anything like that. I just thought it would be good to, you know, learn a little bit from the people that have fought from that.
I want to hear about people fighting a mountain-eating monster. That sounds cool.
It was. I'll show you the memory in the Stone Chronicles later. It's amazing.
It's like watching the Godzilla movie. The Stone Chronicles.
IQ fight.
Is this like the old version or like the one that came out last year?
I fucking can't. Oh man.
It's a 2001 version with that Roger. All right.
Oh.
Well, good.
Are we gonna get to Midgate today, or are we gonna
You
have
are.
to take another rest?
Just about sunset.
Levy said we should look for a bar at Midgate called the Scorpion Sting. Apparently there's someone named Jeroma with a really fine ass. And she might also be able to help us.
Did I hear you right? What?
Really got your order of operations down there.
That's I haven't seen her at all in any memories. That's just what Kalevi said. He said Jeroma is someone we should talk to.
Geromo or Geronimo?
Jeroma.
So you were given no details of what this person looks like. Distinguishing
do.
facial features. You just know they have a nice ass.
Yes. So like if we're in a
Okay.
crowd, we have to look for someone with a fine ass.
What if there's two people with a nice ass?
Well,
Yeah,
then
it's
we'll
just
have to
that's what
ask
we
them
must
their
look
name.
for her then.
Then we'll need to take a vote as a party.
I mean, if we've narrowed it down to two people, I think we can just ask for their name.
I just feel like you could have been told a hair color or a mole. Or I just feel like there are other. Sure. We'll do a vote.
Maybe it'll make sense
Probably-
when we see them.
If there was like an obvious hole, I feel like Kalevi would feel awkward about pointing that out as the primary characteristic. Sometimes it's better to characterize someone by, a compliment rather than a.
I comment about their ass. I think that's very polite. It checks out. Let's go to this and stare at people's asses. That's the most polite thing we can do, after all.
I'm resisting the urge to ask Coin about what is attractive to a grung.
I do feel like, generally speaking, grung don't have a lot going on the backside.
Wait, what book in which of the 14 books are you into?
Oh, you'd have to find a book on tongues.
Is there a tongue section in that thing?
Not
Ren, you
enough of
looked
it.
at
There's
right?
a ton section in
No,
that thing. What did you think would be
I've
there?
paged through enough of the volume to know that it's exclusively devoted to backsides.
Damn.
There's
I do believe there has been some research on the subject, though, so we could find.
Well, Coin, it appears we're gonna need to get a new 14 volumes just for you.
And if it's not made, I just thought of a great idea that will sell well. But we'll get to that.
We would need an expert on the subject, I think, right? Do we have one of those?
I thought you're the expert, Toddy.
Me, the expert on tongues?
Well,
I mean, I can converse in any
maybe not
language,
tongues,
so.
but at the very least, bondage. But whatever.
Hey, we can all write our own books and make a collection, okay?
Yeah, that's not bad. Like a
There's
collection of
7 of
short
us,
stories.
so
Wait, are we all
Who else?
specializing? Can I be the master of tales?
2 books each. 14.
I guess that depends on your specialty.
Yeah, we can fill a bookshelf with schmut.
Was that your business proposition you were thinking of about
That's a
10 seconds
pretty
ago?
It's a pretty good business proposition, Coin.
It's on a need-to-know basis, Ruzit.
I am deeply curious to read everyone else's books.
I mean, there's always demand, so you have that secured.
Rip.
All right, add to the list.
Walker is dying.
no, I just don't have anything to contribute to.
Back out your tongue.
Well, you're gonna live for a while, Bryn.
Not yet.
You've got plenty of time to build up your expertise.
Yeah, but tongues and tails are already taken, so what do I specialize in?
Wands.
Well, going off.
Take the inspiration and be done with it.
Thank you.
That was so fucking funny.
If Eric didn't give it to you, I was gonna get mine.
That was literally.
Yeah, and back in the
was
line,
literally-
he's gonna get mine too.
Take the inspiration. That was just like there.
Yeah. Happy to do it.
Excellent callback. Well done.
Oh man, what timing! Damn. Well done. All right. Well, as the sun begins to lower in the west, you guys will see in the distance the city of Mythgate. You guys want to fly in, or are there any preparations you want to do before you arrive?
Is there air traffic above the city right now?
There are some flying creatures around, some Aarakocra, a whole bunch of fairies, some pixies. There's a couple of people flying on other flying carpets. Yeah, there's a decent amount of air traffic.
Does it seem like there's sort of a designated landing zone? Or people just flying in wherever?
This is the problem with flying cars in America today. People just land wherever the hell they wanted.
I know, right?
So, have the rest of you ever buzzed into the tower before?
Yes.
Like
actually.
any tower?
Any tower.
Nothing comes to mind.
Underwater?
Yeah, I haven't either. Have you? Have you?
Am I?
You?
I promise I spent most of my summer vacations irritating a lot of officials.
By you,
Church towers,
Saphir.
mostly.
Saphir, you're talking like you've done it.
No, I've just always wanted to.
Oh.
It wasn't going to be my first choice for introducing ourselves Smithgate, but if you want, let's go. I'll lead the way.
Maybe we don't.
Is there are there guard towers? Can we go find a guard tower to?
Yeah, there's some guard towers, yeah. And as you guys are flying towards them, you see very tall elves dressed in full plate armor with very amazingly ornate crossbows. And they watch as you approach.
Sick.
Yep, I'll. Saphira and I on different carpets now.
Yeah.
Just to be clear. Okay.
Don't worry, Saphira can flip though.
Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah, I'm gonna go lean in and just buzz real close to the guard tower, and while I'm doing it, stand up and do like a flourish for them, like a bow. And
Okay.
I'm gonna try my own backflip.
All right. Can I get a performance check, please? Followed by acrobatics.
Sure. Nope. Not gonna kill me.
Okay. What's the D20 for, Bryn?
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I was messing around with the dice roller, and I clicked on something, and it sent a
All
note to
good.
the chat.
All good. Okay. So, with a 13 performance and an 18 acrobatics, Tati, you did a decent bow, but your right foot slipped off the back end of the rug.
Can I land? Is the guard tower surrounded by wall, or is it just a tower straight to the ground?
It is just a tower designed to shoot down aerial threats.
All right. As we go past the windows, and I do my sloppy backflip, do I fall off the carpet?
Your right leg does. You're able to catch yourself, though.
Oh, just like hanging off the side?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang off the side and wave to the guards as we pass. Assuming I don't get
They
hit
look
with
at you and just smirk. Tourists.
Can I look back and see if Saphira got any better?
I'm going to be falling immediately, and I'm going to be doing a handstand on the carpet.
All right. Roll your acrobatics. Yep.
Damn girl.
As we pass by, I will take one hand off the carpet and wave while still upside down.
I only know one person who can actually do that in real life. And she's in this game. Just saying.
I don't think I could do it on a magic carpet, to be fair.
Not on a magic carpet? Okay.
No, don't
Too
sell
big of an
yourself
ass.
short. Wait till you have a magic carpet to test.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
fair.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Amazing.
You know how hard it would be for me to do that? That would be ridiculous.
You can practice in the back of a pickup truck.
Oh shit.
No way. No. I will start working on my one-handed push-ups first, just regular.
Eric, just a
Yes,
quick question. Did you intend for the thing you posted in FYI to be the other ruling or the ruling you post in the train wreck? Because they're different Twitter posts.
If you actually click on both of them, they go to his specific ruling.
They're contradict. No, the one you linked in the FYI just comes up with the thing that's posted there.
From Jeremy Crawford, yes. If
Yeah,
you look
but
at
one of them says there's no floor, and the other one, the one you posted in our channel, says there is a floor. So now I'm confused.
but the one that matters in that is actually the one from Jeremy Crawford, not the response.
No, the response is from Jeremy Crawford.
What the heck? Okay.
He,
Yeah, there's no floor in
he
it.
was saying he was talking to himself. He's saying read your own book because he said he screwed up.
No, there's no floor. There's no floor.
Okay, so you're gonna
No.
you're picking that ruling. Okay, I was just very confused.
There will be no floor.
Sure.
Still vote the hamster ball, personally, but
I appreciate that, but no.
you won't let us run through the Feywilds in a tiny hut.
No.
I think if you put a tarp down, it works just fine.
Another spell.
Down.
There's another spell for that. All right. So, you guys do a flyby of the towers, showing off. At least two of you show off. The rest of your party looks at you impressed.
Crystal's like, are they trying to get their number? Like, what are we doing right now?
Is that how you do it? Or is that how people do it for you?
Crystal like looks down at her like horse body and like looks up at Tati. She's like, I don't actually know if I could do that.
I have never gotten a phone number by showing off. Just saying.
I have given a phone number for someone that showed up.
So what
Yeah,
they showed up.
Same. True statement.
Interesting. I am learning things as I've been married now for 16 years.
Ask your wife if she's ever given out her number for someone showing up.
Yeah, I will ask. I will ask.
Don't ask the follow up. What were they showing off?
Oh man. All right. So you guys want to land? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's go in to the. How big is the city? Is it got districts? Are we good? Is there a market area?
Yeah, there's market areas. There's entire sections of a city. It's a massive city with multiple spires. Each spire houses about 100,000 people.
Can I make like a U-turn, like midair in the carpet, and just like fly back to the guards that were rolling their eyes at us? Hey, you know of a bar called the Scorpion Sting?
The guards look at you. Yes. Other tower. Third one. Go there. Look for the bright red lights and the giant lantern outside.
Thank you. That sounds specific. I'm about to say.
Yeah, I'd say we're looking for red lights and someone with a really good ass.
I keep forgetting that is the thing we're looking for until someone keeps saying it.
I was really hoping the guard was gonna say it, but unfortunately not.
I don't want you to feel like we have to go here. Like, we don't have a lot of clues, and this was just a recommendation that my cousin gave us. I still want to go.
Well, one of your ancestors failed us.
I don't know. This is our story
Exactly.
anyway. Let's go find out what's over there.
Even if this lead doesn't work out, we still see quite a sight.
There we go. I'm curious to know what constitutes a really fine ass.
As you guys fly over towards that third tower, it takes you better part of an hour. The sun will set and it'll be dark. The moon is lit, but there are clouds across it tonight. As you guys pull in, something just happened. One sec.
She actually just owns a really strong pet donkey.
Then I am going to be so excited to meet that dog.
All right. So you guys will fly down towards those lights. Excellent.
Ew, get it.
Dang.
That's actually so cool looking.
You guys pull in and land on the street.
I step up and do another bow.
Steps off her red carpet or magic carpet and bows.
What are you bowing to?
To you, Master Ruzin. Let's go. I feel like
Oh.
we've been up in the air forever.
I can't get used to this.
I think Crystal's gonna glamour herself to look a little less conspicuous.
What does that look like exactly?
It's like instead of instead of like purple dragon armor, she has like normal clothes on, like whatever she sees on the street. Is this like a wealthy area? Like, are people wearing a variety of different things?
This is a dive bar.
This is a dive bar. So what are people on the street wearing?
People here are wearing mostly pirate outfits, skins, leathers, that kind of thing.
Oh, perfect. All right, she's wearing leather, head to toe.
Okay. Is it head to toe on just... Well, see, here's the fun part. You say head to toe on a
Your toes.
centaur.
Where are your toes?
The saddle is leather.
You go from head all the way down to the back end of the centaur.
For sure. Yep.
Awesome. What color leathers are we wearing?
Black for sure.
Awesome. Is this one of those with lots of buckles, or are we talking more sleek?
This is not Tati's version of leather, like with.
Ah! Gotcha.
Disappointed.
Yeah, probably more.
What version of leather is this? More sleek and utilitarian?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, she thinks she's being subtle, right? But a centaur and like had full leather probably is actually even more conspicuous, maybe, than wearing just armor.
Like,
Of course.
How many cows did you have to kill for that?
At least 2. That's a good question. How many cows would it take to...
To leather up a centaur?
To leather.
Circle of life.
Leather up the centaur. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Head
Let's
in.
start looking at asses. He says as he walks in.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys walk in, and a waitress comes walking out to greet you guys and smiles. Oh, welcome in. Welcome. How can I help you? Flip a table? Oh, there's a
Yeah,
lot of...
preferably like in the
salad.
middle of the restaurant.
Sure. Right over here. She will take you over to a table. One sec. And she gets out her bar rag and wipes it down. There you go.
All right.
What will it be?
Perception checks for ass.
Okay.
Meal? Can we do just like
At
a
least
whole
order
meal?
a water first, damn.
We haven't eaten anything.
Have to establish the fact that Crystal is thirsty in a different way.
Yeah, you know what? Fair point.
Hey, you gave me an assignment. She's like,
So, perception check, please, Crystal. All right, with a 24, she's easily an 8.5 from behind. But you look out into the street as you're scanning, and an 8-year-old boy runs by. And man, he's got the little tiniest bubble butt. Just weird that it's so cute. He runs by and carries on.
Great perception.
Crystal nudges Saphira and she's like, "What are we looking for?"
It's almost like this information isn't valuable in an
It's like-
extremely busy bar.
I'm very,
I think-
it's just like I'm confused. I don't know what we're looking for.
I don't know either, so I think we need to look at as many as possible just to make sure that we found the right one.
All right, Saphira, can I get your perception check? As this woman is looking at you guys, what are you talking about?
We were expecting. Go ahead.
A full entree for everyone, I think. None of us have eaten yet.
Okay, so stew or meat?
It's yes. Yes.
Is the meat in the stew?
Meat stew.
Starving.
Okay, we'll be right back. Drinks? Anything you want for drinks?
Some ale, please.
Okay, absolutely. She will put a bottle down with a pitcher or bottle in a mug. There you go. Be right back. And she goes walking off. And as she does so, she sachets away, and it's very obvious that you found the person you're looking for.
Now, does she sashay naturally, or because she noticed everyone was looking at her butt?
No, it's natural. She's trying to get attention of other people, find out what they want. It's just she's got to find behind.
So what's the what does she know that we're inquiring about?
She has an inkling of what you're talking about, and she is not hiding anything.
Oh no, out of character. I'm asking.
Oh,
What information does she have that is valuable to our mission? No, I'm not talking about her ass. I'm not asking what she got. I'm asking what does she know?
Oh, Kalevi didn't really expand too much on that. We were mostly talking about sea monsters, but he said that if we went to Mythgate, that given that we're about to fight some sea monsters, that this Jeroma should be able to give us some pointers.
Oh. I can't. It's too easy.
she will come back and will provide you guys each with a chicken, whole rotisserie chicken.
Each?
And then a large, each get a large rotisserie chicken, and there's a small pot of stew that gets put in the middle. It's about 2 gallons.
And to say, there's no real comparison, but just because it is a comparison, I'm so glad we're not in Village anymore.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Agreed.
Miles beyond.
Will there be anything else?
I don't think we got your name.
Oh, my name's Saravis. Nice to make your acquaintance. I'd shake your hand, but of course, grunts.
I have gloves, but that is fair.
She will reach out. Then, nice to make your acquaintance. Your name?
Put on the glove. Is that? Coin looks over to Bryn. Is it safe to answer, right?
Whoops.
You could say, you could speak your name out loud. If someone says, "What's your name?" like that's fine. It's the "Can I get your name?" Sorry, miss, we're new around these parts.
That much is obvious.
It's the "Can I get your name?" that you gotta look out for.
Yeah, you don't want to answer
even
that.
then.
Gotcha.
You just gotta watch the yes. Even then, you just gotta watch yourself saying yes. Is what you really gotta look out for.
Well, you're speaking to Sea-Toad Coin.
Very good. That's
nice to make your acquaintance, Sea-Toad Coin.
Safe answer.
I'm Tati Rendaya.
Hello, Tati Rendaya. I am Saravis Girona. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Oh, Jerome's your last name.
You know me? I don't think you look kind of familiar, but I don't recognize you personally.
I've never met you, but my cousin Kalevi told me about you a little bit. He said
She
that
looks
if I
at
was
you.
in Midgate, I should look for someone named Jeroma.
She looks at you. Yeah, great. You said he's your cousin?
Yeah. I mean, we're not.
So not a
married.
great attachment to it, right?
I mean, if you want to insult him, Like, that's okay.
Okay, because he owes me about 40 gold.
Oh. You're probably not gonna see that. He's been dead for a little while.
Good
He's
riddance.
actually
All
been
right.
dead longer than I've been alive.
Good freaking riddance for that.
Damn, that was cold.
But
What?
But
did
understandable.
you lend him 40 gold or did he steal it?
He shorted it on his last bill. He dined and ditched. You're not like that, are you?
I've never
Damn it.
dined and ditched before.
Coin, what would be our dine and ditch policy if we did decide to run a place? I think I'd just burn them.
My policy would be that people shouldn't do it.
And if
Not
they
be a
did, I
favor.
would make them pay dearly.
Well, the policy would be you have to chase them down then, because they already escaped.
That one escapes me.
No, the policy is we just have a moat filled with water, and I don't know. I might have some cousins I could hire to just hang out there with knives, and if anyone runs,
So
they just
you have to
jump out and
pay-
attack.
Wait, do we
You have
want a
to pay to
castle-themed
leave the
restaurant? What is
restaurant?
this?
I think that's just extortion, Coin.
Well, not if
It
they
might-
pay, they can leave.
It might be kidnapping.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Well, they kidnapped
extortion.
my food, so who's really in the wrong?
I mean, there's that. Servus,
Now,
I know
yeah, this-
you're working right now, but is it alright if we talk when you're done?
Sure. It's all right if we talk. No obligations or anything, I assume?
Unless you want any.
She looks around the table and looks over at Isaac, raises an eyebrow. No, I don't think so. Looks over at Bryn. Maybe. Anyway,
Can I make a
I'll be
perception
back.
check on what that was about?
yeah.
What time you get off? Brent, ask her what time she gets off.
What the perception check would be more of an insight check to understand the mood that she's reading. The perception check is that she did the look.
Oh, my insight is the same. It's
Okay,
plus
in
10.
that case, yeah, in that case with a 20, she was checking them out to find out if either of them were attracted to her. And reading Isaac, she got a ping on a certain device while Bryn did not exactly ping on that device.
Okay.
And she's in favor of that or not in favor of that?
Yeah, what?
She's realizing that she doesn't have a shot with Isaac.
Yeah, that was all. She was just like assessing her chances and then going, no. maybe.
Yeah, the gaydar
Moving
ping.
on.
Bing, bing. That was it.
Interesting. Evidently, Crystal can read her better than judge a human ass. Interesting. Okay. Sounds good.
She will go about her business, and as she does so, she will come by every 10 minutes or so and check in on the group. But she's got another 4 hours before she's going to be done, which is going to be 1 o'clock in the morning.
Are there rooms at the Scorpion Sting?
There are rooms upstairs, yes.
How about
If it's alright with all you guys, unless you want to, like, I don't know, explore the city a little tonight.
I don't think we need to price gauge. We're already here.
That's
Well,
not
we've
what I
got
meant.
we've got the walking stick of Zarud helping us out. We've got 2 nat 20s. If we're gonna burn them on something,
There might be some. You guys want to gamble?
Are you talking about nightlife?
Absolutely.
I mean, it sounds like it's pretty active even after the sun goes down.
I mean, I might tie a string to a quarter and gamble. I don't know about deep dive.
That's
All
not
right.
a gambling coin.
Well, you
there's
never know. That string might snap. It's a gamble to me.
There's a
I guess you're
group
very
off-
risk averse. It's good business practices.
Let's
There's
reserve
a
some
poker-
rooms here.
Okay, you reserve some rooms. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go too far because I still want to ambush this lady as soon as she's off the clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we want to go cause some mischief tonight while we have some fantastic rolls in our pocket.
Wait, so does the walking stick have to re-roll every night?
It resets at midnight.
Yeah, midnight.
So yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Eric, what were you saying?
There is a poker game off to one side. There's a couple guys playing blackjack. There's a dice game going. There's a lot of gambling going on in the area.
Is there any 21 going on?
That is also known as blackjack.
Oh.
Which I love the callback for the record.
Thank you. Yeah, Coin probably eyeballing someone playing poker. I'm gonna go inquire on a table.
All right. So you walk up. There's a whole bunch of people at this table. There's 2 elves. There's a minotaur, and what looks like a fiery person who's not consuming any wood, but you definitely feel radiant heat coming off of them. They look up
The
at you.
buy-in.
Yeah. 3 silver.
Coin will fish out a specific bag of coins, notably different from the usual one, and he'll fetch out 3 silver.
Okay.
Coin is fetching ones. He's got a bag of what he deems to be like unlucky coins, and he wants to test
Right.
something.
Cool. So,
Puts 3 on the table.
all right, there you go. You look around the table, they've only got a grand total of 1 gold each. Like, they each have 10 silver pieces. That's it.
We're not making big profits here.
Oh. So I missed the first half of that. Did anything occur?
No, they only have 10 silver pieces each. You want to put 3 silver pieces in for the ante?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. They will deal the cards to you.
Hey, GM Eric goes into the activities section in Discord and clicks Poker Night.
Don't need to do that. All right. So you got a 7 and a 3. What do you want to do?
Sorry, I don't know why my audio just cutting. What was it again?
You have a 7 and a 3.
7 and a 3. I mean, can't say I'm surprised. I'm gonna play it. Call?
Okay. All right. The fiery person next to you says, I'm going to raise 1 fiery outburst.
What does that translate to in, in like fiat?
The other guys at the table nod and tap the table as they call as well.
I feel like I gotta fold on that.
Okay. They will play the rest of the hand. They end up betting an additional fiery outburst, so the hot-headed person will win a grand total of 8 fiery outbursts.
A fire? Is that like a drink? Are we not describing a shot?
That's what they won, and they just mark something down on a notepad.
Are you asking in character?
I'm kind of asking both.
In character, they look at you playing poker in the Fey realms. What do you think we're betting with? And they put 3 silver pieces into the pot.
Coin will put 3 more.
Okay. You are dealt a 3 and an 8.
Hmm. Call.
He comes around to the elf on your left. He goes, I'm going to raise 1 sleepless night.
Peeps in the bar. Peeps.
Like gambling my peeps. That's too much on the line.
Do you want to raise 1 sleepless night?
1 sleepless night without a bath.
They all nod and tap the table. 1 sleepless night without a bath.
Can't believe they agreed to that.
Do you want another card? As I'm going to roll what the
Yes.
flop is. Okay, here's the flop. 3d13. All right, you now have a pair.
Okay. Play it through.
All right. The elf to your left smiles. 1 sleepless night without a bath. Sleeping next to your mom.
I mean,
I
What's
really
this one
gotta.
gonna look like?
I gotta think about the lore here.
Bro, if you can find her. Yeah, like
Yeah.
what? Like,
Okay, asleep next to Coin's mom is gonna end up with a lot of poison in his.
yeah, that sounds more.
yeah.
That sounds like a
She's
major
like-
loss for you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Well, especially if she's like 200 feet like under the sea, and you're like, yeah, go for it. Go do that.
I guess that also begs the question: how many silver pieces is a night with Coin's mom equivalent to?
At least 6,
Yeah.
apparently.
Asleep next to my mom is probably just death. Just you're dead.
I was gonna say, I think all of us might have deadly mothers, ironically.
My mom's died.
Someone just learned something about Crystal's mom.
Yeah,
No.
glances at Crystal there, but
He's like, what?
Asleep.
Your moms weren't, spontaneously violent for no. Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'll call that, but you can't buy any antitoxins.
They look at you. All right. 1 sleepless night without a bath next to your mom
Ew.
and no antitoxins.
Why you want to give your mom such a terrible night with some dirty, sleepless dude?
He just gave her a
Right.
meal.
And he gave me disadvantage.
All right. So the next card comes up. You got an ace.
Nice.
Sorry, no, that's king. That's king. Ace would be a 1. So you have a king.
Well, no, that's the turn though. So everybody has a king,
Yeah,
right?
Just
This
on the
is-
table.
Yep. So right
I
now you have a
mean-
pair of 8s.
It's not a whole lot. But it was a funny.
Always go all in.
The guy on your left goes,
Also, a pair in Texas Hold'em is not so bad.
the person on the left goes, all right, 1 sleepless night with your mom without a bath, no antitoxins, and you got to wear sandpaper underwear.
Wait, are you supposed to?
How old is this
Oh,
guy?
Mom?
He's an elf. He's easily in his 100, early 100s.
Is like 100s and elf years like middle school for humans? Because that would track.
It is like 19.
Early 20s,
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Early
it is
20s,
like 19 or 21. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Okay, tracks. Little
Yeah.
behind, but tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, a pretty juvenile frat bro, but not avant-garde, not in an avant-garde way, like not groundbreakingly so. That's what I mean.
What do you want to bet there, Coin? Do you want to accept it or you want to move on?
I mean,
The other 2 guys have folded.
can I not just call it?
Sure, you want to call it? Cool.
I'm gonna call it.
All right. Last card comes up. It's a 2.
Mm,
You have a pair of 8s. And nothing else.
8's one. That's one more than the luckiest number, so it's even luckier, I think.
That's how it works. That's how it goes.
All right.
Coin would know. That's
He
what his
smiles at you. All right.
What do you got?
This night with your mom. No bath. No
It's so
anti-talk.
weird that you keep
Standing
emphasizing.
underwear. Standing underwear. And you have to bathe in alcohol.
Seems like a contradiction, but
Crystal's like, that seems good, actually. Like, what do you like? Champagne? Like, I've done that.
Like, yeah, dip me in a pool of wine. Oh no, crazy, terrible.
Nothing. You got 2, 3, 4. Nope, nothing. Got nothing at all.
yeah.
So, yep. You win one sleepless night for him. Do you want to inflict it on him, or do you want to accept it for yourself?
So, is your mom a local?
Wow.
Yep.
Coin will. He'll take the sleepless night to himself.
Okay.
You got to get the experience for your book.
All right. So,
Before you leave,
Coin,
Coin, if you do you like as if you're like once you leave the table, Isaac is going to lean down and go, "Hey, so if your mom's gone, that means your dad's free." And I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and leave.
Damn.
Oh my god. What has gotten into this group?
I don't know. I just wanted to share.
Group is getting real frisky today. She's getting real frisky.
Oh
I just wanted to shake
god.
things up. I thought that would be pretty funny.
That was great.
This is
Oh
excellent.
my god.
And he'll scoop up his 3 silver.
Come on.
all right. Cool. Is anyone else gambling tonight? By the way, you won a grand total of 15 silver from the rest of the party.
Amazing.
If that makes it worth it.
Yeah. Bryn, Rusin, Tachi?
I don't think so.
No?
I'm just watching Coin. After seeing Coin narrowly win a bet where if he lost, someone would have to sleep with someone's mother. I don't think it's worth getting involved.
Yeah, I didn't get all the details either.
All right.
Does anyone dance around here?
You don't see anyone dancing except for the drunk out in the street.
We'll let him be.
Attaboy.
I mean, we could start dancing.
Crystal's offering to dance with you.
Crystal about to break it down?
Is there music playing?
Yeah, there's a guy with a lute and a person with a little bit of a conga drums going. Yeah.
Hey, nope. We got a few hours to kill here.
We gotta figure
Gonna go over,
I'm trying to think of what Crystal would dance.
gonna go over to the person with the drums and be like, "Hey, can I borrow those real quick?"
He looks at you and needs you to roll a persuasion check. Yep. He looks up at you. Absolutely. You can borrow my drums anytime.
But
And he
Yes.
hands you his drums. Just puts them right on the... He puts them on the chair right next to him, expecting you to sit down.
I will just pick up the drums and walk to another floor
Okay?
and start playing. I'm gonna go with like a. I don't know about a polyrhythm because I want it to be danceable, but I am going to try and do something a little fancier than just something standard.
Okay. As you're doing so, the guy will walk up behind you. Do you need me to show you how to do that?
They're drums. How hard can it be?
Puts his hands behind his back and just looks over your shoulder. Please roll your performance check.
Saphira's getting a nat 20 on this.
Okay.
Use the
Got
portent
it.
die. Oh shit! Doesn't need the portent die.
You got a portent die. You got a 32.
Okay.
You put out the best beat ever. This guy's looking over your shoulder, just amazed as you lay down some sick beats.
I think it's gonna come out like a hip hop kind of beat.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Cool. All right. So, I need a performance check from Crystal and Tati, who are dancing tonight.
Absolutely, we are. Now, does Crystal dance hip hop? That is the real question.
We're gonna find out in about 3 seconds here.
I want to see Crystal
That'd
moonwalk.
be
Nope.
a big no. She thinks she can.
Wait, at the risk of trying to describe something pretty esoteric, can you tell when you see somebody doing poorly dancing in like a genre that you can usually, I imagine you can tell, oh,
Yeah.
they're normally a good dancer, this is just not their genre. Is that right? And if so, is that like, is there a different type of bad dancing that people will do if they're normally good and they're just really not in their element?
Yeah, I would say, well, so Crystal is like, with her background, she'd probably have dance training, right? Because she's rich. So like,
Yeah.
but typically, when you have someone with a very structured background, they come across as very stiff when they're trying to do hip hop or like anything that's like social dancey, like salsa or anything like that. So I feel like Crystal, and so Tati is really good, and I feel like Crystal is instructing her on that she's not pointing her toes and that she's just standing and looks like a board and she's like bobbing her head. Like, this is perfect. Yeah.
She can follow a beat, but isn't grooving, right?
No, yeah, no swag, 0 swag, 0 out of 10.
On the next
Swag.
song, can I lean into what Crystal's teaching me? I have in my backstory some combat ballet, which I think looks a lot like
Ballet.
hip hop.
I forgot that you put that in there. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Can I use it to like force Crystal to? I mean, we'll call it sparring, but like in the sense of like capoeira sparring. I want to try to give her advantage on the next song.
Okay. So you're going to try to make her look good in this process. Got it. Oh goodness, because it's really hard to help another person dance. It really
It's
is.
super not.
It's not
You just gotta
hard.
get him to loosen up.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. It's like, it's literally like if someone's asking you to salsa dance and like they're better than you, they absolutely can make me look like I've been doing it my entire life and I like just got there. Like, yeah.
All right. Yeah, cool. So let's go ahead and get you to roll your performance check with advantage, Crystal, as the next song being played by Saphira comes up. There you go. I'm glad
Tati,
you had advantage.
You're such a good partner. Holy shit. Me as a player,
no
I'm so
idea.
happy for Tati. Crystal has no idea that Tati is just years ahead of her in dance.
Tati is not, but Tati's pretty social.
So Tati's dodging all the hoof impacts
Uh-huh.
and
The headbutts, the
the
accent.
Okay.
yeah.
Does it do like a quick tumble under, over, around?
Under, over, and around. Yeah.
Do one of those ballet points, like up the. Well, I'm trying to hit Crystal's chin, but I'm so much shorter than her that it's not even close.
Crystal's like striking a pose in the middle of the dance floor, and Tati's just bouncing around her. That's their performance.
Crystal becomes the apparatus. Got it. Oh man. Yeah,
Can
but
we
yeah.
pull anyone else into this? Like, I mean, our friends obviously, but like, is anyone else at this bar like willing to come play?
Oh, you guys are putting on a show for all the guys and girls here. They are watching you guys with extreme interest at the amazing performance you guys are putting on. And they will cheer and whoop at everything because Saphir is playing the drums amazingly well. And the two other hot chicks in the room who are dressed in leather are currently dancing together.
I'm going to change the rhythm and turn it into a slow dance.
You
Aw,
are killing me.
that's cute.
Crystal's gonna make Bryn slow dance with her.
You sweep him up and just don't take no for an answer?
Yeah, for sure. Well, like it's like she knows it makes him uncomfortable.
How well does Bryn dance a slow dance?
Oh, I don't know.
Does he get
Bryn
a
is
nat
probably-
20?
No, Bryn is too intimidated by Crystal to remember to use the staff. He gets.
That's
Bryn,
so
Bryn
embarrassing.
gets a,
Damn!
Bryn gets a stop 20.
hell yeah, go Bryn.
Excellent.
Amazing.
So Bryn dances very gracefully with Crystal. Crystal, you've probably not had a dance partner like this since class.
Amazing. Bryn, you shouldn't have dropped out of the dance club in college.
Oh, it just wasn't for me.
Well, when you drop out of college, you sort of-
It's a pretty valid point, actually.
they don't let you just stay in the dance club.
He just keeps attending dance club. That would be weirder. Yeah, you're right.
I was pissed that I didn't get to use my gym for like a year after I graduated and stuff. They definitely don't let you use your dance club.
All right.
Can I grab Ruzin?
Ruzin, are you going to join the dance?
Sure.
I want
Alright.
to try to convince Ruzin to do a lot of like strength feats. I want to see him lift.
Oh my. He's
Lift and dip?
Do it.
What? Ruzin looks at Toddy. He's like, "What am I lifting?"
Me.
Oh, come on, you're not that heavy.
He just runs at you and jumps.
Dirty dancing. Catch her.
Full on.
It's
Can I
a
get an
slow
athletics
dance,
check,
so it's a
Ruzin?
lot of like real slow lifts that for anyone else would have been really painful.
Those one-handed lifts, right? Yeah.
Not even a
Ones
tremble.
that we know that all the fancy people do, right? Mhm, no.
The sight of the
If
2'7"
you can do 'em,
kobold
You
doing this.
show him up.
Yeah. The fun part is, as you are lifted up, you're lifted up to 4 feet high.
I'm so tall.
You're at eye level with Crystal as you're doing the lift.
Crystal gives you a thumbs up.
Behind Bryn's back while slow dancing.
I want to stand on Ruzin's hands and then do a slow circle. Just like
Okay.
full ballerina.
Cool. All right. Ruzin, can I get your performance check?
I got you.
Excellent. Wow, we got some nice dancers in the group.
Damn. Guys, next business.
Coin, are you taking notes?
I'm still trying to figure out how someone would pay for this.
While this is going on, what is Isaac doing?
It's a good question. I mean, I think he would have been joining in the overall festivities. I don't know that there's a particular like. I don't know that there's like a particular part of it that's his niche. I think he's just, he's definitely a drinker, having been a sailor. Like he can definitely drink a lot. So I think he's the guy that like anybody can easily convince to do shots. Like if anybody's trying to like convince to do another round or to drink more, he's the guy that's like, oh, I couldn't possibly, and then is already ordering like a 7 for everybody.
The drunk chaperone. Got it.
Yeah, like I don't think he's like the gambler or the dancer or like flirtatious, like over like too much in one particular lane that you have going out. I think he's just drunk chaperone is a good one. That's a good one. I like that vibe.
Okay.
When he does get drunk enough, we will be dragging him out onto the dance floor. So it depends on how many shots he needs.
That's good because Isaac is definitely the type of person who had like, I've known a lot of people for whom this is a very wide range of drinking, like everywhere from 2 drinks to 8 drinks in, they want to hit something. For me personally, very narrow range, something around the 3rd drink and only for like 4 minutes, and then I really get that urge. But other than that, I don't understand it. But I think Isaac, anything after 6 drinks, Isaac needs to be dancing or doing something or going from bar to bar because otherwise he will want to like make something go boom. Like he'll want to just hit.
We like see
Lightning
the magic
bolts the
like
whole
surging
tavern.
around him. We're like, oh, get him out here quick! Someone go get
And
Isaac.
just like glancing around the bar with real like hall monitor energy of like, is there anybody I can convince myself is misbehaving in a way that's worthy of violence?
When we are able to get Isaac on the dance floor, I'm gonna change the beats to a waltz 3/4 time where the first beat is just thunderous.
Oh, I love that.
Quite the snare you've got
Isaac
there.
is very. I think how many of our group dance wise, like once Saphira does the waltz, there's people waltzing, there's people trying to waltz, and then there's people being like that drunk aunt at a wedding that's like definitely just dancing to her own song without a care in the world.
Who's doing the Elaine dance? All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So one more performance check from everybody who's dancing.
Party.
If you guys look to the north wall of this bar, you'll see Coin doing spins on it.
Okay.
He's doing
That's
a dance
amazing.
on the wall. which
Very
you
cool.
May or may not have ever seen in your life, but he's essentially just switching between hands, spinning around in a circle.
I love
Excellent.
that.
Isaac was made for this last dance.
Yeah. Apparently
That's
so.
why I chose it for him.
Yeah. I think at first Isaac is like, yeah, a waltz, and then here's the first beat drop, and just like is instantly back to like drunk on the dance floor, like just falls into that zone of like goes off into your own space.
It's amazing.
Also a good beat to headbang too.
Saphira's headbanging to a
100%.
waltz. Oh my god.
I don't know how, but we're making it happen. Make it work.
It's that strong first beat that you headbang to the strong.
I can see it.
stress of the beat.
I literally compete in waltz, and I'm gonna think about that now every time I hear
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, run that by Madison next time. We're gonna headbang her next performance.
Oh my god.
That won't fly at all.
1, 2, 3, what?
All right. Well, around midnight, Service Gerona will come by and sit at the table where you guys had your stuff. So, you wanted to chat?
Yeah. Ooh, do you need a drink?
I have some water. Yeah, thanks. What can I do for you?
Oh, that was so fun.
We're
You seem to be having a good time.
we're planning to head into danger pretty soon, and I was asking Kalevi about You know, like how to fight big
I'm sorry.
monsters. How to fight.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Kalevi died by being struck by lightning the third time.
Oh,
About like
Sorry.
Oh my
about
god.
30 years
First
ago. No. You
Isaac
He-
Homer Simpsons his way out of this.
and we now know how Tati's cousin died.
that was like the first one I told you guys. Like, his mask has the lightning bolt on it. Kalevi,
Yes.
he has, I don't know how well you knew him. He had kind of a thing about getting struck by lightning. The third one.
I knew about the
ultimately
first
didn't.
one. Him
Yeah.
standing on top of the roof here at the Scorpion Sting during a thunderstorm kind of gave it away.
Yeah, he died like 30 years ago or so. And I don't know how well you know Shadar Kai.
I've had my
Most-
share.
Yeah, we have pretty strong ties to our family in
Ah,
Imkael's realm. So
I understand.
we're able to communicate a little bit and share stories and share memories. And
Understood.
Kalevi shared a memory with me, not a very detailed one, but he said that if I was searching for advice on how to tackle a sea monster, that you were someone I should ask for some pointers.
Well, I've heard a lot of stories. And she pulls a little dagger out of the sheath and starts cleaning her fingernails. What exactly are you going to go face? Because, you know, they say each sea monster is unique.
Do you know about the depths?
I know that they exist. And I've had 3 different people in the last week leave with bills unpaid saying that they're going to go swimming.
We saw some notes by someone like that who was convinced to go swimming. They, it seems like they give up everything in their life and abandon any responsibilities and then throw themselves into the depths of the ocean.
Well, they tend to buy a boat or take a boat or steal a boat or get a ride or somehow get out into the middle of the sea. And then the ships either disappear or come back without them. Rumor is that someone actually hired a ship and they went out to sea and fought the crew in order to jump overboard, never to be seen again.
It doesn't seem like it's like an effect that's caused by just being near the source. It just from what we were able to gather of the victims, it seems like they come from all over. And if
Indeed.
the whole, like only one person stood against the whole crew that was not affected, I wonder what the triggering or what opens the door for that.
I wouldn't know. After all I am is a waitress who's retired from my sea voyages.
Did you used to be a sailor? Were you always in the Fey realm?
Not necessarily a sailor. I captained a ship.
So you were a captain.
Yeah. Captain owner.
Did you always live in the Feywild, or did you come here after?
Oh, I've lived here my entire life. My parents were here.
I didn't know Kalevi had spent time in the Feywild before he told me to come find you.
Oh, my relationship with him is a little complex. See, I never said I never left the Feywild. I just said I was born and raised here. We might have taken a journey to the material plane. After all, sometimes the exotics are interesting.
They're the most interesting.
That's how I pay for things like this bar.
By going into the material plane?
Of course.
Did you fight any sea monsters while you were there?
No, not really. No. Well, we were in the material plane. It was more of searching for derelict ships and tracking down hoards of gold that had been left on the bottom of the sea. We dropped a couple of our Genasi friends off, and they managed to swim down and bring things up. That's kind of when we got busted by your cousin.
He did like to bust them.
She smiles. He liked other things more.
Like what?
She smiles and pats your hand. It's cute how innocent you are.
If you tell me what it is, I'll be less innocent next time.
I'm sorry, repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
I said if you tell me what it is, I'll be less innocent next time.
Oh, your cousin was an ass man.
Oh, I did know that, actually. He, I don't know if it's a compliment. Coin said maybe it wasn't, but it was something that he mentioned about you.
Oh, well, she blushes a little bit. He did have a tendency to flirt a bit more than you would expect. Anyway, so, yeah, what was this? Wow. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
This is like Crystal and Coin having a casual conversation on this bed. Like,
yeah.
this is making sense. Coin's like, it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of treasure did you find the dips in the material plane?
Oh, gold, gems. We found a chest one time in the middle of a shipwreck. That was really nice haul. Made about 40,000 gold off of that one. Figured I'd open up this place. I'm sorry?
That's an impressive find.
Yeah, it was an impressive find. It was strange. No ship should have ever been near those rocks. The Genasi said that it wasn't safe for us to come within a half mile of them. Whoever had been driving the ship must have been an idiot.
I'm sure. I'm sure the rocks probably just like appeared there out of nowhere, and it was probably whoever was driving it. It probably wasn't their fault.
Obviously, they didn't know what they were doing.
Maybe there were sirens.
Hey, yeah, it could have definitely been sirens. Probably was sirens.
Ah, sirens. I didn't see or hear any of those.
We also faced what was it that we faced? It rose up under our ship and pushed us for a while towards some rocks. That got a bit dangerous once. I don't think we ever found out what that was. We did a little bit of sailing, our crew, before we came here.
That's cute.
Our ship is called the Changemaker. As soon as we get it back, we're gonna definitely have some good stories about it. But first, we have to head out to see if Clevy didn't think you could help us because of your experience in fighting sea monsters. Maybe he thought you just had some more relevant information for this one. You've seen people head out to the ocean here. Is there anything that's similar about all of them? The people.
Well, other than they get rid of all their worldly possessions before they head out, and they never pay their bills because they don't have any coins. There's a blank look on their face, and they speak very clearly, even though they drink to excess. It's strange. It's like they're being controlled by something or made a deal with someone that they shouldn't have.
This is Baobab. Do you have any idea how to get a ship?
Of course. I have a ship. But
Really?
are you looking to... Oh, of course. Your friend here seems to know the ways of the sea. You never, ever give up your first love.
Get it. I know what you mean. I can't wait to get back to sea.
A single
Carlo
tear.
probably hates that expression, by the way. He probably hears a lot of sailors saying it as they're tourists traveling through, and he probably hates that expression.
No, I totally vibe with that sentiment.
A tear rolls
Well.
down Coin's face.
Oh.
Yeah, we
If you
need
go
to
down
head out
to the
there.
docks, the docks, I'm sure there's lots of ships that you can buy or rent or make a deal for.
Has anyone tried to stop the thing in the depth? Like take it head on?
No. Why would someone do that?
Stop people from running out without paying?
You mean out of the goodness of their hearts?
Well, or to stop people from running out without paying.
That seems like a noble cause.
The people that are leaving my establishment are owing me in the tens of gold. It's not worth hiring a crew to go do it.
Well, I understand why you wouldn't do it. You're retired anyway. But whoever's in charge of the city probably would want to stop all the people from flocking into the depths, right?
Perhaps. You'd have to ask them. I don't really deal with the government. After all, they're just oppressive and come in for taxes every couple of months.
Amen.
Right? I mean, what right do they have to ask for it? Like, I should just be able to take the gold I want and keep it.
She looks at you. That's not how things work here.
Well, how do things work here?
You need to earn the gold and trade for it, not take it willy-nilly. You realize you're in the Fey realms now, dear.
I thought, if anything, the Fey realms wouldn't play by the rules.
Oh, there's always rules. Just who knows all of them, or who knows how to use them towards your advantage is what matters.
What about who writes them?
She smiles. Most of the rules, my dear, are written by the victor.
So, Zuru
Right?
now?
So where do we find Victor?
She looks at you and looks at the rest of the party. Is she usually like this?
Yes, but also
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
it kind of makes her fit in here better than the rest of us, if you gotta admit.
She's usually even more, if you can believe it.
I can believe it.
Oh, then do.
Don't tell me what to do.
I contain a great number of multitudes.
So, what do I get out of this conversation?
What do you want to get out of it?
We still haven't tipped you, for the record. So,
Which
He
we
looks
will.
at you. Well,
I mean,
I
do you have any
appreciate your
business?
patronage. I'd love to have you guys come back. But you all seem fairly well-to-do. So, in your case, I'm willing to bend the rules a little bit and simply accept some coins.
We're keeping this coin, but yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
there's not more of me around, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be giving them out for free.
coin. Can we give her a piece?
Peep. Can you give her the one that you already took a piece off of?
No, that's not nice.
It was like
I'm
3
saving that one for
millimeters.
I'm saving that one for someone I don't like.
You know what? Fair enough. All right. You won't be getting the full fondue, but we do have a peep.
A sugary bird. Interesting.
The very one.
You provide very gracefully for someone who doesn't look like they know what they're doing. I accept. Now,
I'm still deciding which
you a
pip we
little
give
bit-
you. But
she looks at you. I don't need that tip. And she looks down at your waist.
Damn.
wow, you're really hitting under the belt there. Not gonna lie.
She smiles. No, you understand. I have to be a little bit cautious about what I accept from my patrons.
So you don't want the peep?
I will accept your sugary bird, yes.
Sounds like you don't, but all right.
This sounds like a TikTok audio. I'm not gonna lie.
She will take the peep from you.
I accept your sugary
Go
bird.
hand
I
it.
accept your sugary bird.
It really is. It really is.
Now, the value that you've provided me does seem that I should tell you a couple more things. What I've heard about what's down there is that there's an ancient temple buried deep beneath the waves. What's down there, I'm not exactly sure. But voices can be heard in the waters. The Genasi say so. They're the ones who are mostly affected. They also say that there's squid-like people with tentacles for faces that live down in the depths. They call them mind flayers.
Oh.
I don't want to get my brain eaten.
There's rumors of that Avalon
They
and
starve.
others. I'm sorry?
I said, they'd starve.
They would starve? Oh, that's a shame. You should have more self-confidence in yourself.
Self-awareness is also a good thing.
True. Very, very true. But they say that there's mind flayers down there, neoliths, aboliths, parasites, jellies, undead sharks, krakens. Who knows what other ancient and old gods might be hiding in the depths below, ready to manifest within your minds. She got really spooky all of a sudden.
How?
Do the lights
did
dim
they-
in here, or was that me?
That's probably you. You've
Right.
probably had a long trip.
How are the water genasi affected?
Oh, the waters are infected. They say that they can even destroy potions.
Infected in what way?
There have been
Like-
wastroliths in the area. Those have been spotted at the surface. They are these pink salamander-like fiends that are summoned by powerful creatures. They swim around, corrupting the waters and turning them poisonous to most people. The toxicity is horrible, and just a bare brush with the toxic waters can render you poisoned for 24 hours after the contact.
Oh, I was almost worried for a second. Okay.
Yes, grungs have that innate ability to ignore that.
The rest of us might be a little concerned.
Maybe.
I would, of course, recommend some way to breathe underwater. Because if you're going to the bottom, you're going to need it.
Oh, we've been thinking of that.
Is it normal for there to be so many fiends in the Feywild?
Normal,
I feel like
I
we've met
suppose.
a lot of them since we came here.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. They tend to come here when they're not tormenting the material plane. You understand that the entire environment has been darkened lately. Not exactly sure why, but it seems like there's more fiends than angels nowadays. Haven't run into a good angel in, gosh, a couple of years now.
That's
Wow.
weird. I guess.
They never really come down as much as the fiends, anyways.
They used to, not anymore. Now you just get bums like that guy over there, infected and possessed, trying to bum some favors and names, trying to pretend they're Fae when they're not. Remember, making a deal with the devil is even worse than making a deal with a Fae.
I'd buy that.
Can I just? I mean, I know we all looked her up and down when we first met her, but is she human?
As best you can tell, yes, but you can't see her ears below her hair.
Okay. She looks pretty good for knowing my cousin a while ago.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. You said the water ruins potions?
Oh, if you're too close to one of those wastroliths, yes.
Oh, okay.
You just gotta stay away from them. Or they'll just poison the vials that you have on your person.
That would be annoying. That would
Oh,
be very-
annoying and terribly expensive.
Does the poison?
If we keep them, if we
What we
keep
used to
them
do
in
is
like,
put our poison. What we used to do is put our potions in a bag of holding while traveling near them.
I don't know if
there-
you can answer this question. Even if it's poison, does it still function? Like, could you get healed but also poisoned, or would you only get poisoned?
Oh no, the potions are ruined. They lose their magical
Ah.
traits.
Gotcha.
Is it obvious when they get ruined?
Yes, they turn clear and convert into a muddy water.
At least we won't be
There's a-
accidentally drinking.
is the level of insulation needed to protect them? Do they need to go in a bag of holding? Is a backpack enough to insulate them? Or how protected do they need to be?
we needed to keep ours on a different plane of existence. A handy haversack, a bag of holding. There was another way, but mostly it involved not being close to them or keeping your potions well hidden.
You know what before you see one, is there like a fin that pops up? That you can
Oh,
watch
they're
for?
not stealthy at all. You'll see them coming. The toxic green aura around them that extends out 30 feet is obvious.
How fast do they swim?
Very fast. They can swim 60, 80 feet per 6 seconds.
We want a fast boat. That's what we want, a real fast boat.
Yeah, I don't think the water's gonna be shallow enough for me to push the boat like last time.
No, if you're going to the depths, it's very deep. They say it's about 1,000 feet to the bottom at the very shallowest. I wouldn't know, of course. I haven't been there myself.
You know a lot about water, Genasi.
I
Are you
do.
close with them?
I like hiring them.
Is there a water Genasi family or clan within the city?
There is. If you want to contact a group in order to hire a couple or find out more, you would want to visit Flax Bubble Jacket. I'll put that in chat for you here.
That's a heck of a name.
Flax is a water genasi who fishes down near the docks. Friendly enough guy. He's a bit of an information broker and does not accept money as payment. So you'll need to come up with something creative. Peeps won't do. He's more ephemeral.
Like
I
a
hope this-
wink? Like a
A
flirty
wink.
wink?
A fear.
Oh.
The ability to smile. Things like that.
Oh, interesting. Is he a magician in order to be able to collect that kind of thing?
No. He's just Fae.
Oh.
We all collect payments in different ways. I like coins because they are able to be traded between the planes most of the time. Of course, the ephemerals, well, memories are my favorites.
You'd fit in my family.
She smiles. Is there anything else that you need? I have to get up early in the morning. After all, the bar doesn't open itself at 5 a.m.
Look around.
Crystal has her shoulder or her head on Isaac's shoulder, and she's dozing.
Okay?
Oh, I just wonder if you might accept a gift.
With no strings attached?
Oh, I
That's
mean,
what a gift is.
if you want no strings attached,
What's the gift?
my presents.
She smiles. I appreciate that. Thank you. I accept the gift of your presence for tonight.
So that means no charge on the room, right?
She looks over at you. You're already paid.
If we still get charged for this room, my opinion of Saphira has dropped significantly. I'm sorry.
Let Saphira collect her own rewards for her own actions. If we can pay for the room.
All right.
Fair enough.
All right.
Yeah, we'll head to bed too. I think we probably have a.
Is there like a key we should collect, or can we just wander into any room up there?
Pick a room. The key's inside. It will let you lock the door from the inside. The keys are on chains. Please don't steal them.
Noted.
Okay.
How many rooms are there?
There should be 10 rooms up there. Last time I checked.
In your bug situation, that's looking like.
We don't have bugs in our establishment except for the flies that come in off the street, which we kill regularly.
Thank goodness.
Gotcha. And then we put them into the front trash can, the back.
God,
Which
She looks at you.
you can't still be hungry. You
you
had a
throw them
whole
into the
chicken.
street.
never
Wait, Coin,
hurts
you could
to
try
know.
you could try the fleas a third time. Remember what I said? It gets better with age.
We'll see about that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's go to bed.
Oh wow, you weren't kidding.
See, it's getting
What?
better. It's getting
like-
better. Plus 10 each
like-
time.
Twice as good.
All right. So you guys head up to bed and leave Service Gerona to head off to bed herself with Saphira.
Because I can do this once per long rest before we take our long rest. Can I summon up Kalevi again?
Sure.
And I just want to have a quick. I don't want to like ask him anything, but I want to offer him the opportunity to leave a memory with Jeroma if he wants to.
He does not want to. He doesn't want to see her again. He does not want to be involved with this. Hell no. You can't make me. No. This is not how I wanted things to go. Please stop this, Tati. It's not fair. While I wouldn't mind.
Back to the other one. he's back in MKL's right now.
Okay. Poof.
I don't need that much chatter before bed.
You're done. You're done.
Saphira.
Hmm?
As she finishes cleaning up and putting the chairs on the tables and, locking everything up for the night, your presence is granted to her for the entire evening. She walks away, and you feel a magical tug that forces you to follow.
I think to myself, so that's what they meant by that, how that works in the Fey realm. I follow.
All right. So, as she heads up to her bedroom, Saphira, you are forced to follow, and we will fade to black on whatever happens in that bedroom.
That's one less room to pay for.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Does
All
anyone
right.
have any thoughts about what we learned? Like, any idea what we're gonna do?
I don't really have a good idea of what's in those temples. Might be something valuable, but I don't know. We have.
The temple has to be our target, right? At the bottom of the depths. That's gonna be it.
It's a lead. We don't exactly know where this the thing we're looking for particularly is, the last key. Just know it's in the
I feel
deep.
like getting a boat sounds like a necessity,
Yeah, immediate plans.
right?
We
And
kind of
then-
just left the other one, so.
I don't even know if it's possible to sail a boat into a pit. That seems like a bad idea. I don't
We
know. what
kind
I'm-
of just be. I think we'd just be
Sounds like
jumping
I
up the
agree.
plank
right?
straight down.
And presumably, Crystal's probably gonna cast some magic, and then we breathe water, and then swim down ourselves.
Other people are able to sail into the area and return as long as they're not mind controlled or whatever the effect is.
Uh,
Well, theoretically, if there's an island somewhere like on the more shallow end of where the deep begins, we could park a ship there and then just walk the distance down if it's possible. If it's like a slope, it's tricky if it's just a straight drop. In that case,
I was
I don't
I
know
was
where the boat
thinking-
goes.
if we hire like a ship with a crew that can sail us out there.
Yeah, that'd be
I mean,
economic. Get dropped off.
it might also enable us to like focus on where we need to go and let the crew handle keeping ship safe.
That seems preferable to me over like buying a throwaway boat that might just break down while we're down there anyways.
Is
Given the
Crystal trying to,
reputation, we might struggle to find a crew that's willing to take us out there. I was kind of imagining we just take a boat and then just jump off and sink to the bottom. Honestly,
What if you
hate-
just make a tiny hut and then we flip it over so it's like a bowl? And then I'm gauging the room and it's looking like a no.
I mean,
I'm so
On it-
down to try
Coin,
though.
that would work if it was the opposite. Actually, if we were inside the little air pocket and it was not a bowl, it was still upright.
Ah, yeah.
But it would also probably still be a pretty bad idea.
That's fair.
Also, for the record, I can only make you walk on the water. I can't make you breathe in it.
Oh, that's not good.
Mm.
Yeah, well, fortunately, about every other caster can make you breathe. but not me.
So hands up around the group. Who can actually survive under the water for a while? I know Crystal's new cloak.
Mhm.
Good. Coin,
One's
obviously.
hand is up, yeah.
Oh, so,
Does anyone-
so it's me and Coin on this mission.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to find some scrolls of water.
Well, I have
breathing.
a
It'll take longer than a
swimming
week.
speed, not a but not a. I can't breathe water, but I do have a swimming speed that's pretty solid.
Saphira got what was it? A bubble?
Oh,
You know,
How many times can you use that? Is that just a static thing?
I don't think Saphira's here. I think she's
Oh, I forgot.
occupied.
I'm just looking
Um,
around. I don't.
I mean, Eric, totally fine if not, but we
Yeah.
just leveled up, and Isaac is it possible for Isaac to switch out a spell so that he can pick up water breathing and cast it to
Sure.
the party?
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right, let me see. Let me see what I'm gonna just go the next this little leg of our adventure without, and I'll pick up water breathing and cast it on the whole party. From here on out, it lasts 24 hours and it's up to 10 creatures.
That's awesome.
I should. I don't know what I'll drop yet, but I'll find something that's worth swapping that for.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't inherit the. I think my mom was amphibious. She could breathe underwater, but didn't inherit that.
What, a dragon with gills?
Some dragons can breathe underwater, Coin. Not all of
That
them,
rainbow
but
dragon could.
That's
Yeah.
literally Godzilla. Your mom was literally Godzilla.
If we're
I don't know if
gonna
she'd
be
take that as a
underwater,
compliment or a diss.
That's a compliment for sure.
if we're gonna be underwater, why don't I just get rid of the spell that allows me to fly?
Mm.
Right? Either that or maybe that wind offensive spell that I have.
What is
Yeah,
that?
unless
It reduces their
applies
movement to
underwater.
0. I don't know. That could be cool.
That is cool.
I mean,
that sucks.
Depends on if flight lets you move without swinging your arms underwater. If maybe it would still.
That's called swimming.
And we might
No,
be
I'm-
able to.
But I'm
escape.
saying flight means you could move without actually
Mhm,
swimming.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
what I'm curious
Flight
about.
is,
Fly-
I would assume.
Flight does
it's
not
just
let you. Yeah, flight does not give you free swim.
Ah,
What is for
Go
those
ahead.
of us that don't have a swim speed? What does swimming look like for us?
Swimming would be half of your normal movement speed.
This will sort of affect my answer, Eric.
Yes, sir.
What spell I swap out? Can the arcane hand just says that I can move it up to 60 feet?
Yeah.
And I assume because it's arcane, that's not affected by water.
Correct.
Okay. Maybe I'll keep that one then.
It's a super handy one underwater. I've been trying to seed the fact you guys are going to be doing some underwater stuff coming up, and yeah.
I mean, I like the idea. Just it feels safe. Like it feels like I have a little bit more of a like ejection seat, ejector seat. If I have a spell that I can fly out of the water. But honestly, I could fly for 10 minutes. Like where was I going? Where was I gonna what was gonna save me? I think I'm gonna, at least for this leg of our journey, I'm gonna learn water breathing.
Does water
That's
breathing
cool.
let you speak underwater?
Yeah, swimming. You swim at half speed normally if you don't have a swim speed. You swim at half
Correct.
walking speed.
What's spellcast like?
Oh, you said speak through water, not swim through water. I assume if we can breathe.
Why don't we just use the telepathy to speak through
She
the
was
water?
saying she meant for verbal components to spellcasting.
Oh, that's a problem.
That's going to be tricky. You need like a bubble helmet or something. I
Do you?
also
I assume water breathing has you covered, right?
Water, according to Jeremy Crawford, no rule prohibits verbal components from working underwater. However, if you're talking, you're not holding your breath.
But if with water breathing, you don't need to be holding your breath, so we're all square.
Right. And
Okay.
you can go ahead and try this in a swimming pool next time you guys are in there. Just go underwater and start talking. People will be able to hear you.
Yeah, it's fun.
I do think
Thank you for the
Great impression.
telepathic
That was a
bond
great
is
impression.
useful regardless.
Yes.
But I have freedom of movement as a clockwork soul spell, but it's expensive. It's a 4th level spell and it only gets one person.
Mhm.
And it doesn't upcast.
You can twin it.
I can twin it. But
But
again,
also
for-
super expensive. Just
Yeah.
saying in a pinch.
Yeah.
It's-
Is it concentration?
It is
No.
not, and it lasts an hour. So you get your money's worth, but it's a lot of money.
Because I also
Also-
get freedom of movement. I can take it. So I mean, if we I mean, it is expensive, but if we, depending on the mission, like if we really wanted to do things quickly, I feel like we could cast it on 2 or 3
That's
people.
true.
Are we
We
sure
can
that
get-
that works? Is freedom
Yeah.
of movement makes you ignore difficult terrain, but is this terrain difficult, or is it
It
just
says explicitly,
a-
being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement or attacks.
Oh, it says
Says
that
it
oh,
specifically in
okay.
the spell.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then
Amazing.
with the cloak that I have, I get like 60 feet of swimming.
We could also try to search for some items in the town maybe that could help with like moving underwater. Those exist as well.
Cloak of the Manta Ray or
Mhm.
Candace
Gloves of
probably,
swimming
or
and
Mariner's. You can get Mariner's armor. That's how I have swimming speed.
Oh yeah,
That's my
that
armor,
works.
Mariner's.
And then there's also I think gloves of swimming and climbing also give you swim speed if that's what you're after.
All
Do we
right.
want to talk to Bubble Jacket tomorrow?
We might have to. Sounds like we're gonna need a lot of things to get this mission to go smoothly.
I still like the idea of hiring a ship with a crew, assuming we can.
Why?
Why do I like that idea?
Yeah.
I like the idea because we can focus more on combat and less on movement. And I like the idea that we might have a return journey scheduled.
Oh.
I also like the idea that if the crew is a crew that's familiar with these waters, they can bring some expertise to the project.
It's fair. I'm not against that per se. I mean, yeah, it's like depending on how much it costs.
It feels like it should be cheaper than buying a ship.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if the ship we buy is one of those like throwaway ships like we got at Bridge or Bilgewater. Which sounds like what they would be selling us if we tell anyone where we want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think a
Yeah.
cruise the way to go.
Cool. Well, you guys all get a long rest. Saphira, you get a level of exhaustion after
Actually?
your long rest.
Before Bryn goes to sleep, when Bryn is absolutely sure that Coin's not watching, Bryn is going to try and do that coin trick where he flips the coin and then tries to catch it on the staff. And he's
Sure.
going to get a nat 20 on the performance check.
Excellent. Yeah,
He
Bad
doesn't
jives.
want to embarrass Coin. He just wants to try it when he knows it's going to succeed. And just think, hey, that's pretty cool.
I'm rolling in my bucket right now.
Oh my god.
All right. Cool. So you guys wake up the next morning. It's a hustle bustle-y day. What would you guys like to do?
Ooh.
Wow.
Worth
What
it.
the fuck?
Bro,
Damn.
that's incredible.
What is going on with these ported dice?
The pendulum has swung back.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Some days you're the train, other days you're the wreck.
Yeah.
Right, so portent dice of 117. That's gonna suck for somebody. What do you guys want to do? Where do you want to go?
Bubble jacket.
Yeah, down to the,
All right.
the top.
Down to the docks to find Flex Bubble Jacket.
If
Excellent.
he's not wearing a jacket made of bubbles, I'm gonna be so mad.
Doesn't that sound like a gnome name to you?
It does.
Yeah.
That actually kind of sounds like remember that
Curse's name.
oh no
What's his
not
name?
not him but
I want to say his name. I don't want him to show up. I don't know how the world rules work.
there was a Misty Jackets person.
Oh.
Yeah. Wasn't that an archfey?
Sounds right.
You think
Yes.
jacket might be like a, like a tag
Hey,
that
from it.
means super important?
I mean, we got the sample size of one that says so. So as far as I'm aware, I think we have to assume so.
It's all. We'll walk with caution, speak respectfully.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you do that?
I mean, I think you've got it down, Saphira. Pretty much everyone who meets you likes you, right?
Well, that is true. Well, except my parents, but that and things. But apart from that,
There was also the waitress at that flea. Or no, that was Ruzid. There was
Yeah. So, on the scale
Guess
of
so.
Ruzid to Saphira, we're gonna try to be more like Saphira.
Wow.
And that's how we're gonna make friends.
I mean, damn.
All right. So you guys head out away from the Scorpion Sting and out into Mythgate proper to try to find Black's Bubble Jacket.
Hey, just to be
It's not
clear, we
hard.
paid our bill. We paid our bill.
You did pay your bill? Okay, so go ahead and scratch the 10 gold off your character sheet.
Thank you.
All right. He's easy enough to find. He's down at the docks fishing, sitting on the end of the dock, fishing pole in hand, just sitting there. And he is a water genasi, and he has a vest that is made of bubbles.
There you go. Amazing.
They're not big
Should we
bubbles.
send-
It's more like a foam, but yeah, each bubble's about a half inch in diameter.
Should we
You
send
getting
our
any,
negotiator in?
Hey, buddy, you getting any bites on that thing?
Nope, not yet. Might up if I had some bait. He pulls up the hook, just empty hook.
Yeah, that could do it.
You got anything?
Is there any dirt around here? I can probably get you a worm.
Yeah, just at the other end of the dock. Thanks.
I got you, buddy. Coin's gonna go over and try to find an earthworm.
Okay, you go ahead and roll a survival check.
Oh, I did investigation, but I can do that too.
Investigation's fine. That's fine. Cool. So yeah, you go ahead and find a worm.
All right, walk back, and gesture to put it on the hook.
Okay, he holds the line steady for you.
Coin will put a hook onto it. All right.
Okay.
You throw that thing out.
We have established that Coin's good at fishing, haven't we?
Yeah, he is consistently
Yeah.
reeled in some good ones.
So good that he's almost died from being that good.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm dedicated to my craft.
Absolutely. So he will cast out. Thanks. So, what's your name?
You're speaking to Sea Toad Coin.
Nice to meet you, Sea Toad Coin. My name is Flax. How's it going?
It's pretty solid. You, Coin's trying. Is this guy situated near a ship that looks like it's his, or is he just empty space?
He's at the end of the dock. No ships on either side of this dock.
So, yeah, we're actually been trying to catch a ship somewhere.
Damn,
Seem like
quite
someone.
a crowd.
You seem like someone that might be knowledgeable on that kind of thing.
Oh, now flattery, huh? Uh-huh. He puts the fishing rod in a hole that's in the dock that he has cut out specifically for that purpose. So, looking for a ship, ya?
Yeah. My
Seven,
buddy.
huh?
Yeah. My buddy Isaac's pretty knowledgeable on what exactly we'd be looking for. But yeah, mostly trying to catch a ride out to a pretty deep place.
What you doing? Fishing?
You know that thing
or...
that car people do? Or like plane people? Where they immediately launch into the specifics that make no fucking sense if you're like if Coin like looks at Isaac probably like full dad mode, like stuff that would just is a gibberish jumble of not so we're looking at like a 49er 218er way down in the valley, but you know it's gonna be all up in the train. Like there's just things that don't make that nobody would understand and just launching into jargon.
Nice.
The record. What is that?
Oh, I don't know. I had
Okay.
that was fully not like I said,
Example.
fully nonsense gibberish.
Okay.
That would not seem real to anybody else.
That's
He
amazing.
nods.
But that I'm sure
knowingly.
are you know, but that like in character are sailor stuff. So he would just explain probably whatever the requirements that they would need for, you know, what would seem like a reasonable number of crew or size of ship, and as he's looking around on the docks, getting a good sense of what might even be available or reasonable to ask for, things like
Well,
that.
now that I know that I can't actually ask you to specify these things, I won't. Because you'll be not
I mean,
asking
yeah,
me.
not at least not in the, not in terms of like dimensions or anything like that. But yeah, I'm not sure what like
Yeah.
how far we're gonna. He also knows more about how far we're gonna be headed, or how
Yeah.
far away things are. So he'll be also trying to ask him info like that in the conversation as well.
Sure. All right. He will recommend a specific set of questions for you. Where exactly are you going?
Here I look to Tati. Because
The edge of
for
the pit. Did you get that?
I'm sorry, I did not get that.
We're going to the edge of the pit. To the deepest pit.
Oh, gotcha.
We are planning for a return journey, just to be clear.
Okay. Isaac, for the record, Twitch chat would like to give you inspiration because you didn't know the correct jargon.
I think you faked it fantastically.
I
Mhm.
appreciate
Agreed.
All right. Well, there's a couple ships that'll be able to do that for you. Over there, you see the floating wreck. That's one. The other one over there is the speedy horse. I don't recommend that one. That one has a rough ride.
Okay.
You
If
would
you're going by
recommend
name
the
alone,
blood-
I gotta tell you, I would have given it to the Speedy Horse.
Yeah.
No, there's a few ships here.
Honestly, actually,
Seven
I
of-
feel like it's probably sailor culture. Come to think of it, it's probably sailor culture that the floating wreck is one of the most reliable ships that they've ever seen. Like
For
one
sure.
like been beat to hell, but like has never like gone through
Yeah.
it, but like has proven her worth. So I might be inclined to go for something with a name like that if we're going by. Saphira, are you the type to judge a ship by its name?
Oh, of
You
course.
guys look
Names
at the
have
floating
power.
wreck, and it is a case of the ship of Theseus. There are no original parts on that ship.
Perfect. It's a Frankenstein ship.
So is that one the floating wreck, or is that one over there reconstructed out of its original parts, the floating wreck?
He looks over. That's a good question. I think it was originally called something else, but the nickname is the floating wreck.
Got it. Oh, it's like they say.
It says on the side
there's-
now.
I mean, that's as good of an answer as any. And yeah, it's as they say. And there was that story about a navy that repairs the parts of the ship where all the holes are, and like reinforces those when they build the new ones. But then the other sailors realize, oh, those are the parts that survived the battle. So they started reinforcing the parts where there weren't holes, so that because those were holes where holes in it sunk the ship. So that's what I don't know how that relates to the floating wreck, but that's those feel related
And that's
in my
pretty
head.
much everything you need to know about
Probably like this.
our adventure.
Yes. Absolutely.
I think the response is yes, and sometimes, if you can believe it, even more so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the floating wreck, they don't charge that much. There's not great accommodations, and you're going to have to find a way to get a ramp for the centaur lady over there. Seems nice. Kind of dressed up, though. You guys going into combat or something?
Well,
No.
we're
Well,
gonna
that's what we've
survive.
been told to expect.
Chris directly contradicts everyone. No.
Crystal only is not going into combat.
Not dressed like
Crystal
this.
chooses whether or not to. Yeah, combat can sometimes be thrust upon you if you're other people, but Crystal will always be choosing.
I don't know how many times there was a ship sailing in the middle of the sea, just minding its own business, and I ended up in combat.
Right?
Well, you got to watch out for the pirates. You got to watch out for the sea creatures. Got to watch out for the weather. Got to watch out for all sorts of things out there. But the floating wreck, the captain over there, he'll help you out. Should be fairly straightforward. Just tell him I sent you. His name's
Can
Ginkgo
do.
Redshine. I will put that in
Ginkgo.
chat. Ginkgo Redshine.
Sick name.
Now that sounds like a grunk name. I mean,
Does sound like a grung name.
It kind of does.
He says, "Oh, I think I got a bite," and he starts pulling. Here, you want to help me out with this? And he's fighting this fish.
Ruzid goes to help. I got this. I
Okay.
got this. This is my forte.
He's got
Okay.
this.
Rizid, roll your survival check.
Survival. Oh. Womp womp.
Fight
Failure.
the fish. No, 10. You will fight the fish successfully. It's still on the line, hasn't been pulled away. Would you like to roll your athletics? With an 18, Ruzid, you did not snap the line from pulling too hard, and you will reel in a large fish. It weighs a good 30 pounds.
Boo, I
You do
got
not
it.
recognize the species.
You look
what
at that.
is that? That's
So big.
It looks like a cross between a flounder and some kind of swordfish. It's
That's what they have
weird.
near the docks? What do they have further
Yeah.
out?
all
like-
sorts of fish out there. You'd be surprised what you find out there.
I think we're gonna find out real quick here.
I'd rather not be surprised.
This is like dinosaur fish.
They're delicious, though.
This is the average fish, and the average sea monster is probably gonna eat the ship in one bite.
Oh no, this isn't average. This is just average for this species.
People
Yeah,
swim in these
30
waters.
pound fish is not that big of a fish.
It feels big. Some of us are only like 4 feet tall.
This fish is bigger than me.
You weigh more than 30 pounds, don't you?
Let me check. I actually think
Sometimes.
people average weight might actually. No, they're a
Depends on
little
if you s-
heavier. A little heavier.
Depends on if you
Bruce
scale
is
in the
probably in the
morning.
40-ish pound range.
Damn, you guys are so small.
You're so cute.
Maybe like 45 pounds.
Okay. He did eat dinner last night.
The entire
Okay.
party except for Isaac could fit into like half of Crystal. Like literally.
Just on a scale, Crystal on one side.
Well,
everybody on the
so
other.
with Isaac, it would be still not her full weight.
We had
But
to
if we
balance it
brought
out.
all of the stuff that we carry around, like if we emptied out the bag of holding, we'd probably manage.
We had to balance out character weights in case we're all ever on an elevator.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're all so tiny that it works out.
Completely fine.
So a thoroughbred horse usually weighs about 1,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Can I ask Flax a question?
Of course. As he
Hi,
starts sharpening his knife to fillet the fish. Yeah. What's up?
I'm Tati.
You're kind of cute. Nice to meet you,
Hey.
Tati.
Do you know whose temple is underneath the waves?
Temple under the
Even-
waves.
Even just a rumor.
No. No. We don't talk about that.
Do we not talk about it because we don't know, or we don't talk about it because it's dangerous?
Both. We don't ask the question, so we don't find out, so because it's dangerous to find out.
Has someone else found out and come into danger?
Look, everyone who's ever found out, and he stops and he stabs the knife into the dock, everyone who's gone to find out hasn't come back. I want to stay here, and I don't feel like hearing some mysterious call that draws me down to the bottom of the ocean to die. So, I don't ask the question. So I don't want to know, because if I know, I'm going to go down there. Got too much to live for up here. Cute girl like you,
Wonder-
you've got more to live for than going out there.
Like I said, we're planning on a return trip, but it would be nice to know
That's
what
for your
we're going to see
plans.
there.
I can't tell you more about a place that I've never been to, and not
That's
a
fair.
place that anyone else has ever come from.
Do you know any stories about just the beginning of Mythgate?
Beginning of Mythgate. Well, they say that long time ago, Nightshade Moss River founded the city by putting two stones on top of each other, saying, "This here is a gate." And his wife looked at him, "No, that's two rocks on top of each other." He looked at her, "I'm going to put two more." And he put two more. She said, "That's still only four stones on top of each other." He looked at her, "Just you wait 100 years of me putting rocks on top of each other. This place is going to be amazing." "Yeah, but when's it going to be a gate?" "When I get around to it." Well, that was a couple thousand years ago, and if you look around here, half the buildings in this town have been put together by Nightshade Moss River. He still runs the town.
But is there a gate?
That was gonna be my question.
Many gates now. Each one of them has a nice little face on it, carved in the depiction of his horribly dissatisfied wife.
Is she still around?
Yep. Yeah, she is. Skylark Moss River. Horrible woman. Horrible woman. You know, they say that he's going to outlive her by a year and a day just to spite her memory.
That's
King.
a goal.
Yeah. I don't know. They're governmental agents at this point. They're corrupt. But if I were to pick between them, I'd go with Nightshade any day of the week.
Mhm.
After all, he had at least the gumption to start this place.
It is pretty nice.
Do you know why he started this place?
Fight his wife.
It it's misplaced priorities, but he's a go-getter.
Didn't go far. All the rocks that built this place came from where that ocean is now. All that used to be flat land.
Is the ocean actually pretty shallow here?
Not really. See, Nightshade has the ability to breathe underwater. That's how he escaped the nagging calls of his wife, was to go down into the water and bring up rocks to build the city.
Maybe he should go build a gate to marriage therapy.
This is some pretty
That
hot
That was
tea
kind of
right
out of
here.
pocket.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest, Coin.
I'm sorry, were the dissatisfied faces etched into every gate of
I
his...
think Isaac laughed if that was out of pocket, but then looked sheerly bowled over, flabbergasted, and stunned when Ruzit then directed it at Coin. It was like, wait, you meant that at what Coin said? Not at the first thing?
I also thought you were talking to Flax.
100%, yes. That I was
No,
supportive of
Ruzit's just kind of after Coin today.
So funny.
Oh, I'll wait until there's 10 more red flags before I say something.
Thanks for the info, Flax.
Sure thing, sure thing. You're not going to ask, are you?
What's that?
Everybody asks. You're not
Ask
going
what?
to? I'm disappointed. Oh well. Time to find another shtick. And
About
he
the bubble
goes
jacket?
down to the end of the dock and takes his vest off. And he
knew it.
puts it on the dock and starts popping it.
No.
I knew it wasn't
Is he
just a
mad
joke.
at that vest now?
Well, you see, it was my thing, and everyone always asks questions about it.
Oh,
You're the first people who've talked to me who weren't like, hey, what's with the jacket?
well, that's because we already heard about you before we came here.
Oh, who'd you hear about me from?
Cerevis? Cerevis Jeroma?
Oh. Well, in that case. Cool.
Don't worry, I got you
Okay,
covered.
cool.
What's with the jacket?
He smiles. Well, see? And he finishes popping the last bubbles. Watch this. He reaches down, scoops some water, puts it in his mouth. And as he does so, he closes his eyes, plugs his nose, and his cheeks fill with air. And then bubbles come out of his ears and flow across his shoulder and his back to form a vest.
No.
Wow.
That was a bit upsetting.
I don't
have
think I
less
wanted. I
questions
think I
about the
regret
jacket.
asking this.
Now I just have questions about water genazis in general.
He smiles proudly. I'm the only one who can do it.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
How did you even learn that you could do that? Can you
You ever
taste
try to
the
drown
water?
Genasi?
No, I have not. Is it
There
a
you
thing
go.
we should try? That's
No, it's not a thing. Why would you try to?
well, it doesn't look like it works.
This is what ends up happening when you hold your breath too long.
You should maybe see a doctor, because you don't see me wearing a jacket made of my snot.
Ew.
No offense.
Why you gotta put it that way, Coin? The fuck?
It's the closest like bodily secretion I could compare it to.
I do feel like that one might have been out of pocket.
Maybe.
Do frogs generate snot?
That's a good question.
Do they generate boogers? Go for it. A challenge.
Let's find out.
Just off their skin.
I mean, they generate stuff on their skin. I think.
Yes, but I don't think that counts as snot.
Kind of viscous.
Does it come out of their nose specifically?
It doesn't come out of their nose.
Okay.
Frogs have boogers.
This is truly a deep
Now
analysis
we're
that
gonna
we
see
need.
what happens if we try to drown Coin.
I can't find a definitive answer.
Yeah.
Nothing like particularly on the nose. Just about them secreting a mucus from their skin.
All right. So, did I hear someone in a hospital just now? I don't know. Anyway.
No.
So.
Don't think so.
I think it's the Sirenscape. It
No, I
sounds
think
like
it's
it, anyway.
something behind you, actually. Because it's whenever you're talking, I can hear a woman's voice behind you. Anyway. All good.
Oh, it's just Kendall. It's all fine.
Damn.
Uh-huh. We are going to gloss over that one because of things that happened in the past week. Excellent.
We do not speak her name ever.
Can we not talk about Kendall for one goddamn session?
No, we need her. She needs us.
Guys, what
Okay,
about
it was out.
Please watch the Saturday morning campaign. All right.
Let's go introduce ourselves to Captain Ginkgo.
Okay. As you guys walk away from Flack's bubble jacket, you head over to Ginkgo Redshine and the floating wreck. As you guys do so, he comes out from his cabin. He is a crystalline person. He looks like he's made out of rubies, but his entire body is just red crystal. He's wearing a white poofy shirt and black pants. He's barefoot, and his footsteps just tinkle on the deck of his ship. He walks over. Ah, can I help you?
Are you an Earth Genasi?
No. Shardborn. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Never heard of
I'm
Shard.
Ginkgo Redshine. Your name?
I'm Tati.
Nice to make your acquaintance, Tati. How can I help you?
I look at Isaac.
We're looking for a shipping crew.
Uh,
Drop up at the pit.
You seek to be dropped off at the pit? Excellent,
return
excellent.
And
Return
returned.
Oh, how long would you prefer that I loiter in that area?
Great question. Do you know how deep the deep is?
No. You see, we have never been able to do a sounding of the deep. For anything we put over this side, it does not come back up.
Is there maybe a scenario where we could contact you from afar and have you sort of rendezvous at our discretion?
Course, should you survive in the depths of the pit, I would gladly return and charge you the same price of return trip, yes?
Perhaps. How far is the voyage, do you think, from the edge of the pit, from this dock? How far is the trip for you?
It would easily take us 5 days.
So no last
If
minute.
we have
call.
6 days if we have less than favorable winds. Shorter time if we have favorable winds. Of course, you never know.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta think about that, because I just don't want a situation where we're ready to go back and we have to wait a week for you to show up. But we
No.
we don't have a definitive timeline on how long we're down there.
Well, if you were to send me a note while I was still on my return trip, I would turn around and return.
That's valuable information.
You're welcome. How valuable is it to you?
Well, you're familiar with the terrain you'd be sailing. Really, the threats around here. Out of
Hordes.
character. I mean,
How would...
Uh-huh.
Ooh. For the information I have given you, I will charge 2 twinkles of your eye.
Twinkle? What, you want
Two
like
Your eye.
we want like a wink? Because I'm
Can
happy
I-
to wink at you, but
No,
Can I
not
offer
winks.
something instead?
What would you offer?
I still defer to Coin as our negotiator, but I can offer some more substantial things, Coin. I'm gonna.
we're running low on
Whisper.
peeps. I don't know if this is the play.
No. I
Oh,
was
okay,
thinking
okay.
more along the lines of like, I have a proficiency in riding owls.
True.
Uh,
How would that factor in here exactly?
He wants the esoteric things. I have a variety of knowledge and proficiencies that I can partner with.
Oh. Yeah,
And
yeah, throw it on the table.
I don't think I need to ride them all anytime soon. And
No.
can I relearn that? if I sell that here, can I relearn that?
It takes time, but yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still into like Coin's ear here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to barter for like a substantial amount of information, I can pay it.
Yeah, we're gonna want as much info on what we're diving into as possible. I say go for it. I still don't know how much this voyage is really gonna cost. It's kind of a different currency.
Oh. A trip for 7 is very easy. No. See, a firstborn would be overpaying, of course. So,
I can board them.
Oh?
I'm not
Would you?
offering it.
Ah. Understood. How about I charge the name of a pet for each of you?
I'm gonna need details on what the hell that means.
Did you know that
No.
I know how to swim?
I
Like,
can
I'm not
give.
doing that shit.
No, I can barter knowledge and I can barter proficiencies. I will not be bartering memories under any circumstance.
Okay, excellent. No. Naming rights for a future pet would be fun. But
Like,
I will take a proficiency, absolutely. What proficiency would you be offering?
I relatively recently became pretty fantastic at riding malls.
Ooh. A
I-
mall. What is a
you're
mall?
really good at it.
I have ridden a fierce battle ball. It is a four-legged bird that you can ride into battle. Mine was named Death Talon, and he
I will gladly
murdered
accept.
with joy.
I will take your proficiency in riding malls, and in exchange provide you with passage to the pit. Whenever you are ready to leave, we will depart. Of
Does
course,
that
return
includes
Yes.
that does
Go ahead.
include a return.
Of course.
Is your crew skilled at navigating those waters? We hear there's a lot of sea monsters out there.
My crew, he smiles, is very proficient.
Doesn't sound like he's been taking proficiencies and giving them to his crew.
Yes, as well as he is his crew.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh god.
And the way that works is he will wave, and a second copy of himself manifests next to him.
Never mind. I just want to go with this guy now. This guy's cool.
I also think can I pay for everybody? Because I have an idea. In terms
Whoa.
of naming rights for pets. So I feel like Isaac's kids are the type of kids that are like, so I just think I could be like, yes, you can name the next 7 pets that my kids have. They are, and what the Fae doesn't know is that they are like constantly bringing in like snails or worms or frogs that they found outside, being like, this is Jeffrey, isn't he cool? And then like losing him like 20 minutes later, or like setting him free like 20 minutes later. So I think this costs nothing to him. And but it would be something cool to this person if he likes naming rights or things like that. And he'd be like, yeah, you can get the next 7 names of the pets that like my kids have for the voyage for 7 of us.
Cool. Done.
I love that.
Done.
Wow.
I hope you
That was
didn't just
easy.
give him a way to scry on your kids, though.
I was about to say, I really want to be there when these names happen. They're gonna be Elvish curse words or something.
All right. I am, just because I want to do this and I think it's funny, I'm going to set the chance that one of your kids is going to keep the pet at a 100. Okay? Can I get 7D100 to find out if one of these pets is going to stick with your kids? No. Okay.
Would have been
They're
funny
all
though.
And you
disposable
won.
pets.
Couple
Yeah.
of close ones.
Yeah. These are all disposable pets. Got it. And if you guys have never hung out with little kids or been a little kid, we all had pets or pet rocks or whatever that we added names to.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was never a little kid.
Me neither.
Y'all are boring.
I was never a little kid. So base.
I'm a Toys R Us kid. I'm never going to grow up. All
I
right.
renamed my brother a few times.
I did that too.
I figured he was basically mine, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
He still responds to Alan.
I did get to give my brother. I did actually name my actual brother, which was fun.
There you
I
go.
got to name
But I never
one of my
renamed him.
brothers.
That would have been fun. I should throw that over his head. I should be like, I named you. Like, careful. Like, I could rename you.
I can take
I
that
could do it
back
again.
anytime,
I
buddy.
named you once, and I can name you again.
That's
We're going to rename him Suki. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
No. All right. So you guys have booked passage on the ship. Anything else you guys want to do with Captain Redshine?
I don't
Uh,
think so.
Do we have a timeline? It sounds like it's gonna be we gotta head
5-day
out
voyage
sooner.
minimum.
Yeah. But we haven't done some shopping yet either.
Ginkgo, are you good to sort of hang out at deck? Let us finalize our business, then we set off a bit later.
Oh, I have been paid. Absolutely. Go ahead. Today or tomorrow, yes?
Yeah, I think we could get to you in that time frame. And same with the
Excellent.
return voyage. Let you know.
Before sunset tomorrow, we shall leave with or without you.
That would seem counterintuitive, because then
I
you
wonder where he'll
don't.
go.
No, we have been paid for the voyage there. If you are on board the ship, great.
You're
If you are
getting-
not,
to
we've
be
still been
clear-
paid for the voyage.
You're getting paid for the transportation of our bodies, not just.
That is not what the deal was. The deal was a voyage, and all 7 of you are allowed to be on board.
Oh, wonderful.
All right.
Ah,
Pack her own.
Duly
rack,
noted.
Get some water. Get a bunch of magic items.
He will
That's
wait
pretty
until
clear.
tomorrow evening. That's
Didn't
his
the
deal.
back and forth go Tati
Okay.
saying, "Can you take us to the pit?" and him saying I could, and her going, "What would it cost?" and him saying names, and then Isaac saying, "Here's 7 names." Like that back and forth feels
He
pretty
can,
clear that it was negotiated as a trip to the pit.
yes, and he's going to make a trip to the pit, and yes, he can transport you there, and he will do so
But
as
it's
long
just
as
that
you
we'll
guys are on the
but
ship
it is-
at time. He just
Yeah,
added fine
got it.
print to it.
That
Taking
part
his
worked. I
ass
just
to
wanted to make sure
fake
the
court.
destination was the same. I thought I missed that. Okay, I understand. We're good.
No, he's taking you where you want to go as long as you are on the boat when the boat leaves.
Oh,
The
right.
Fey legal system must be so backed up with cases.
Oh, I know.
Like, I did not agree to that.
Yeah, it's messed up.
how much do you get paid for being a Fey magistrate?
Go argue ancient German history and we'll talk about it. All right. So, you guys head off into town to go shopping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a list of what you want to buy?
We have a list of things that we, like effects that we want.
Oh yeah.
Things that we want. We want to
Okay.
be able to swim. We want to be able to breathe underwater.
We want to not have our brains corrupted by mind players,
mind
and aboleths,
players.
and neoliths, and undead sharks.
I mean, don't spend. You don't need to spend. We have limited resources, so we don't need to spend it on breathing underwater anymore.
Oh, we
Yeah.
want to be able to swim fast.
We would like to
Okay.
be able to move underwater also.
All right. Gloves of swimming and climbing are 2,000 gold, and you can find those easily at the local magic shop. The best one in town would be the Exalted Spire, which is an enormous place.
What about a ring of swimming, mayhaps? What are those?
Swimming. Let's see here. Ring of swimming would be 3,000 gold.
Mm.
Yeah,
Just doesn't require attunement. That's kind of why I wanted over the gloves.
Yeah.
we have one bag of holding, right? And no other
Yes.
devices for pocketing spool even. No, yep, that's what we
Only
have.
one.
I am. What's that handy haversack cost?
Haversack. Handy haversacks are 2,000 gold.
I do think it might be useful to keep potions. Not all in one basket. We don't use a ton of potions in battle, though, right?
Not usually during battle, just like manas mostly.
Huh? It'll be hard to
Luzid
drink
has a
potions
bunch.
underwater.
I'm still worried about before we even get underwater, the potions being ruined.
Coin has 88,700 gold for what it's
Jeez.
worth.
I have a mana
You said-
potion
I'm sorry,
on me.
Did you say
I actually don't. I actually have a lack
88,000?
of plenty.
No,
of
just
potions.
8,000. Just
No.
I wish.
1 second. What do I have? Actually, I have a lot of potions, but none of them are healing. I have a greater mana potion, 2 water breathing potions, 3 growth potions, a potion of fire resistance, and a potion of fire breath.
The growth potions are your most important ones, right?
Those are very important to me. But I can't use them anyways underwater. I mean, I could still cast like in larger dew, so it's not a disaster, but it's annoying.
Why can't you use them underwater?
Well, the potions. I assumed we couldn't really drink the potions underwater easily.
Potion underwater, just fine.
You
Oh.
can as long as you're not near like the infected water.
Yeah,
Oh,
But that's
okay.
not everywhere. It's just sort of pockets, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, just
okay.
certain
30
limits.
feet of one of those creatures.
Oh, do the creatures? Is the impression that the creatures destroy the potions, or like corrupt them and they're unusable?
Yes, they
Okay.
corrupt them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Which I
But if
was
it's
thinking,
drunk before that, it doesn't matter.
if we put like the bulk of our potions in a handy haversack bag of holding, some of us who are not going to be particularly mobile underwater can still distribute potions pretty well.
It's true.
Yep.
Question is, what's the
Alright.
cost on a little handy bag of holding?
2,000.
2,000.
Okay.
I mean, how much liquid do we have in total, really, to buy these rings and gloves or whatever to help with swimming?
Are you keeping the sword?
I don't honestly. I'm happy to pawn this sword off, but I don't know if we'll be able to find a buyer easily. This thing's expensive as all hell.
I do really, really like you with the sword.
I still think that like if you have an item that gives you an aura within 10 feet, the best way to maximize that item is to give it to a creature of increased size, and you can increase your size very big and create a very big aura on the field of advantage against spells and magical effects. So it's not like we need it all the time, but it is probably worth keeping around.
Such a nice.
It is
I
a
like your
sword.
sword so much. I like when everybody runs away from you when you hold the sword.
You know,
Even when you're like little Ruzin wielding this massive sword and everything just runs in front of you. That was very fun for me.
there's something subconsciously that kind of clicks for me when people run away from me in fear. Probably
It's
probably
very
comes from
good.
my mom.
Embrace it. It look good on you.
Okay.
So how much money do we have? It's 8,000 from coin. I've got like 500.
I'm flat broke.
We all
I
look at
have-
Crystal.
Crystal's got the spending money.
Yeah,
You weren't counting the bag of holding though, right? Or were a coin? Are you talking about bag of holding money or your money?
Coin's personal stash is 8,700.
We have 3,000 gold in the bag of holding.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Crystal has like 2,000 gold altogether.
So why don't we pull from the bag of holding until we need to go over? Then we can take from personal stashes.
Okay.
Or a bag
So-
of holding that should cover it.
Seems
A
very
bag of
good.
holding is 3,000 gold. Is that what you want to buy?
I'd like to talk them down to 2,000.
So
They will
the
not
handy
be
haversack was 2,000.
Mm.
Yeah. They will sell you the handy haversack 2,000. Bag of
So
holding
small.
maybe 3.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have a second bag of holding if we. I know we don't have an exact measurement on what weight capacity we're at. I don't think we're at 500, but we might end up passing that at some point. Wouldn't hurt to have another bag.
Okay.
Just,
So I'd say just
don't try to put one bag into the other again.
Again,
Not even for storage.
that
Oh.
never happened.
Saphira, do
Hey,
you have
because we stopped you.
But that
you have-
Severe.
Saphira, do you have movement underwater? Like, are you able to move down there?
I mean, I'm able swim like a normal person can swim. Probably not as well as Coin could swim, or how well a magic item would let me swim.
You'd be
Yeah,
surprised.
I was just checking. Your bubble thing didn't give you a swim speed or anything, right?
Oh, no, just gives me a bubble.
If we
Coin
can
doesn't
get
have
enough,
You can never be too cautious when it comes to protecting yourself from drowning.
if we can get enough of these swimming items, then we can get. If we get to the point where, like, I don't know, maybe half of us are covered in terms of the swimming department, then covering the rest of us with freedom of movement doesn't feel as bad.
Mm-hmm. I think Saphira, we need to let her move at her proper speed. Crystal
Agreed.
can. Coin can. Isaac.
Actually, Coin doesn't have a swim speed.
What?
Rungs have climbing speed. I looked it up.
What?
They're based off of like
You're
tree
an
frogs.
ocean frog. You're a.
You would
ocean-
think so,
There's
right?
nothing to climb down
Like
there.
rungs are based off of rainforest frogs, so they don't technically have a swim speed.
This is a scam.
So
Okay, we need Saphira and
yeah.
Coin to be able to move,
Yeah.
bare minimum.
I would definitely sue over that one. That makes no sense.
Travesty.
I wonder if
Not
Boots
all
is
frogs
writing.
can swim, guys.
He's an ocean frog. He's from
Yeah.
the what's your fucking sea called?
Toad
Sea
Sea.
foam sea. Yeah.
The sea toad sea.
All right. So, how many rings do you want to buy?
How many can we afford?
How much are rings?
The rings of swimming are 3,000 gold.
I don't need it. Like, I can do the cheaper gloves because the
Okay.
equipment slot doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
But also, I don't think I'm a priority for having speed on me.
I think
All right.
Coin would invest in that anyways.
Okay. So, Coin buys a ring of swimming for 3,000 gold. Scratch that off your character sheet.
Yep.
You should just have that.
I know, right? This should be like a hand-me-down, honestly. I don't know how this wasn't in the family already.
I'm sure a different cousin took it.
Yeah, someone else got to that will first.
The will. Actually, I should also mark. I should put pretty much
That
everything
was
in that
Drow
bag.
me, right?
He definitely died in a desert somewhere. He got that
Yep.
ring and then died in a desert
Yeah.
somewhere.
That's the crazy thing. He got the ring, so he couldn't drown. He was Sandy.
Yeah. Sandy the frog. All right. So, you guys have your rings of swimming. Anything else you guys want to buy here?
So I should delete how much from the bag of holding? Did you end up spending 3K on another bag of holding or 2K on a haversack?
Sounds like just 3K for a bag of holding.
I thought you bought a ring.
I bought a ring, but that was out of my Coin's personal stash.
Oh.
The 3K
So
from the
we
bag.
emptied one bag of holding as cash to buy another bag of holding.
Indeed.
Exactly.
I still
Hey.
think the handy haversacks enough.
I'm moving all these items into
Where'd
the
you
bag
get-
of holding.
Yeah, okay, I just deleted the gold from it.
I'm moving a bunch of my potions in there. Let me mark them all down because I don't want them in my inventory anymore right now. If we're
I
going to be dealing
say-
with that creature.
By the bag of holding for long term, a few weeks down the line, we end up needing to carry something that's 500 pounds. But I mean, I'm not against just getting the small one.
Okay. Up to you guys. Gotta make the decision.
How much is it for the cheaper one?
It's 2, so that extra 1,000 could go towards somebody else getting the gloves of swimming.
But it does
Okay.
require an attunement slot.
I don't think I have an attunement slot, so unless someone else has.
Is the
Nope, I'm
haversack
all
or
out
the
of
gloves?
attunement.
Oh wait, actually, I do have an open one. Because I got rid of the stick of Zarud, so I could actually take. Yeah, I'd say just go for the 2,000 then.
Okay, so we'll get the handy haversack, and then if you want to buy yourself gloves of swimming, those are 2K, but just spend 1K out of your own purse, and we can use the remaining 1,000 from the bag of holding.
So
towards
so
that.
at this point, who's covered in terms of swimming?
Crystal.
So Crystal, Coin.
The gloves would make it more difficult for me to do, what is it, poison condition? Unarmed strikes, technically?
Yep.
Whereas the ring, I could freely do them. Which is one reason why I would just go for the ring instead. I don't know how beneficial that might end up, but it's forward planning. So I'm fine just... Yeah, I'm just keeping the ring.
We have Crystal, Coin, Isaac. You can also swim, right?
Yes.
Like swim with
Yeah.
full speed.
Yep.
And Toddy got a ring as well, right?
No.
Oh.
All right, we're getting to the point where we have enough. I think that freedom of movement, as long as we're not spending a long time underwater, I think we're getting to the point where the freedom of movement strategy becomes manageable.
Cool.
So we have Crystal, Coin, and Isaac so far. Is that correct? Anyone else speak up if you can swim fast?
What's your swim scenes, Coin, with the ring? 60?
Good question. I actually...
The ring of swimming has a set swim speed, but the gloves just say your swim speed is equal to your walking speed. The ring of swimming says you have a swimming speed of 40 feet.
Yeah.
I will also note that, party moves as fast as its slowest, remember? So if we spend a lot of money getting 5 people to move quickly, then we're still moving at the same speed as a group, but we're out all that money.
Yeah, Bruce will be moving at 15 feet
I'd
without
actually-
any help.
You said the gloves make it your walking speed?
Correct. The
I
gloves
would
are
actually
worded-
move... I would move faster that way, technically.
Yeah, that may be true for you. Actually, that definitely is true. It says
Yeah, you
climbing
should
and
spend-
swimming do not cost you extra movement when it talks for the gloves. But the ring of
Right.
swimming says you have a swimming speed of 40 feet.
But I can also double dash in a turn, so it's not like...
But the gloves are great for you, Coin. That's correct. You should spend 2K on the gloves. Well, 1K because discount from the bag of holding.
Also, you
So
get
you
a
should,
bonus to
instead
athletics
of
checks
2 on the-
made to swim, which probably will help
I
you a
mean-
lot.
Yeah, also,
Eric,
like...
Is
with
there a
unarmed-
scenario...
Oh,
Go ahead.
Eric, is there a scenario where coin... technically, my feet are still free. Could I do kicks and do the poison condition?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's...
You kiss the boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just an unarmed strike doesn't mean that you have to use your hands.
Can
Head-
Bugs Bunny it. Okay. In that case, I'll buy the gloves instead.
Okay.
Put back the ring and conserve 1K.
Sure.
If you purchase the ring for Roosid, I can clink the Roosid's back on a.
It's a good plan. I like this plan.
And you're never gonna let go of that. It's not gonna be a scenario where you get thrown off.
Well, Roosid moving, because he does so much damage once he gets into the mix. Getting him into the mix is the trick.
Hey,
So-
we have to wear that saddle and then you'll sit on that.
And absolute worst case, if I get thrown, I can still teleport 30 feet and then do cunning action to catch
Doesn't
up.
the saddle prevent that?
I think it gave me advantage. I forget. We haven't really gotten to play with the new saddle very much.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
You do.
So 3,000 to cover both Ruzit and Tati, both of your movement.
I'm gonna stick to Roosid like Limpet.
Is the ring also? I guess you wouldn't really be getting big, but would the ring? Would you still wear it? I guess it would absorb into you. Okay, I mean, sure.
The magic items still work.
I already took the ring off the shelf. Might as well keep it.
The shop owner's like watching you put it back, picking it up, put it back.
So at this point, I'm taking my notes. It seems that
Decided.
Saphira and Bryn are the only people now who do not have a boosted swim speed or a swim speed that's equal to their walking speed or whatever. Is that correct?
I can't really afford to do anything about that myself because I'm currently at approximately negative 530 gold pieces.
This is not good.
I can donate 500 gold towards whatever you can manage, Saphira.
I mean, Bryn twinning freedom of movement is not. Now it's just one casting twinned, and that's enough. So that's
Or two
not as bad.
castings.
Yeah, and I
Or,
can
or
cast
I could cast
mine,
one, and Crystal could cast one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Um,
cast one.
Yeah.
I do
But
still have
money's not
40,
doing it.
4,700.
The gold's not doing any good in my purse at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, it's
Well-
just I don't. Do we have enough plus your gold? Like, does anyone else have more gold? Is the real question. 'Cause I don't think so.
I'm broke.
Flat broke. Yeah, I think we're all broke.
I am
I have-
broke.
All right.
4,700 gold on me.
Oh.
And maybe
After the ring and the gloves. I have
No, so that's
4,700.
enough if you want to get Saphira one.
Yeah, I mean, I can. It's pretty much
Keep doing
tapping
it.
out.
I'm gonna help.
Do you have a buy one get one free policy on the rings?
No.
All right. Make it 2 then.
wait.
All right.
Before you do that, does this constitute an additional loan or is it a gift?
Oh my god.
Well, we have to be specific, especially here in the Fey Realms. And
This
I
constitutes
already
wear
owe
the damn ring, Saphira.
Well, take
Shopkeep.
my 500 Saphira, and it's a gift if you give me some lessons in exchange.
Awesome. What did you say? I didn't catch that.
Just trade me with lessons later.
Okay.
Shopkeep, regarding your refund policy, if we were to come back in 20, 10, 15 days, not satisfied with the purchase,
All sales are final, but you
If
may
we're not satisfied with the purchase, I think we're all dead.
Indeed.
fair point.
All right. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and have you guys check out at the register.
One
And
buys 2 rings.
buys 2 rings. Excellent. And that's where we're going to end for today as you guys finish your shopping trip. And next week, hopping on board, unless there's some other investigation or other things you want to do here in Mythgate, hopping on board the ship and heading out to sea.